Dungeons and Dragons ride!
Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land. It's your T-shirted historian, and I'm here with Grim and Tabletop Junkie.
Yay.
Yay.
Woo.
Sorry, still early in the morning for me.
It is early in the morning for us.
It was a late night for me.
I actually tried to get to bed at a decent hour for this, so.
Yeah, I gotta work. I gotta work the night shift tonight, so I'm trying to save the coffee drinking until like 5.
Oh boy. All right. So for anybody out there watching, yeah, we're going to be running Scarlet Heroes, which is a system by Kevin Crawford, and it's one I really enjoy. I like it. It's very easily used for solo play, for single player play, for very small party play. So I'm hoping that by doing a little bit of a live play of it with just a few players, I can kind of show off how even a small party can still succeed, even if they don't have all of the necessary, components. Because we tend to think of most gaming as, like, oh, gotta have your thief, gotta have your cleric, gotta have your fighter, gotta have your mage, right? So, kind of hoping to show off some of the versatility of Scarlet Heroes, and maybe eventually we'll do Worlds Without Number and show you even more. But for dice rolling, I'm going to kind of go on camera for that when I have to, so that, I don't fudge dice rolls, and you guys know it's a legit. Because I'm not a fudger. Hey, Violence. Yeah, I have been very active on streaming lately. I don't know what to say. I mean, this week especially has been just a busy, fun week for me. But today is kind of different and kind of special because... Grim is always the forever DM. He never gets to play. And I felt like, wow, that's crappy. So, he needs to get to... You're good at it, too. You're very good at it, too. But every once in a while, DM has to break down and enjoy a game. And I felt like I wanted to run this for you. I don't know if this is going to be a regular Sunday thing. It's going to depend on my players. But... if it is, awesome. If it isn't, well, it's still fun for a good one shot. Because,
yeah. Well, I'll be starting my game project soon, so I don't know if I can do that many streams. We'll find out.
All right. And, we have an Ironcaster.
Yeah.
That guy.
Hey. Ironcaster, did you get a character built?
No.
Ironcaster ruins everything. Okay. That's fine. We will go through character creation real fast for you. Everybody else came up with the character. But we'll do you one
special.
Yeah, we'll do you one quick and dirty because this has got some fast rules for you. Let me scroll. One thing I think is fun about this is the fact that they actually use the Tower of the Elephant, a variant of it, as their game test kind of thing in the book. Those of you who aren't familiar with that, that is a Robert E. Howard story, and also one of my favorites.
It seems to be considered like the archetypical Conan adventure.
Yeah, it kind of is, because it kind of has a little bit of everything. It has a young, impetuous Conan, and he's, in a situation of high adventure just for the sake of getting into the adventure and getting treasure. It just seems to work out that way. All right. Okay, first thing you got to do is you got your character sheet.
Oh, I got paper.
All right. I'm going to count on you to be on the honor system for your dice rolls, okay?
All right.
All right. So, I want you to go in order, roll 4d6 for each stat, drop the low one.
That's a 10 strength.
Yeah, okay. Decent.
Ten again.
Okay. Kind of dead average.
Uh, 16 con.
Hey, there you go.
No wait. Yeah. Let's see. 2, 3, 4. What is it? Intelligence next?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have a 4 intelligence? You have a 4 intelligence, really?
Yes.
Okay.
This is gonna be fun.
This could be fun.
13 whiz.
Okay, that's not bad.
So stupid, but he has a sort of low animal cunning.
Yes. He's probably going to be a show.
Trust me, good. And 13 charisma.
Okay, so not bad. So you're kind of on the back end, sort of. All right. Well, your 10s are not going to give you any modifier. Your 4 is a -2 modifier. Your 16 is a +2. And what else do you have? Do you say
The 2 13s.
2 13s? They're +1. Alrighty. Everybody else got to pick their stuff. We're gonna do you a little dirty and do the random roll. Just to make it work. Alright, so this hero is, you have a 1d20 for race.
Two.
A human. Good old human. Roll a d8 for your class.
Oh boy, let's go wizard.
Could be funny.
4.
Nope, 4 is a fighter. That kind of works.
Tanky fighter.
That's okay. This group actually needed a fighter, I think. I don't know which one Grim is bringing first, his magic user or his fighter. But
What, you playing tabletop?
he's
Definitely
playing-
thief. I've never played rogues before,
Oh, okay.
so
He likes to
I want to
play
do something different.
charismatic paladins.
We don't have paladins.
Okay, in the spot on your sheet that says background, I need you to roll a d100.
45.
45. You are a guardsman. He's not very bright, so we let him guard the latrine.
He does what he's told.
He does what he's told.
I'll make sure no one takes anything out of there.
Oi, are you trying to take a shit?
They're trying to give a
Not
shit.
on my watch.
Okay, you don't have to worry about your gear. But let's see. Okay, yeah. Fighter, armor allowed any, weapon allowed any. You have 8 initial hit points plus your con modifier.
So it could be 10 health.
Okay. You have a +1 attack bonus. And where you see fray, you have a 1d8 fray dice. Fighters have the biggest fray dice.
In most RPGs, they do, unless there's a barbarian.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's no barbarian class in this, so.
No. That
All right, and last but not least, let me see. Everybody gets trait points. You being a human, you get 2 of them. You probably don't know what a trait is, do you?
I thought it was 3. It says 3 in the quick start.
Is it 3?
Hmm.
Let me double check. It says humans get 2 bonus points, so yeah, I guess it is 3 total. All right. So what a trait is? It's a background, skill, or aptitude that sets you apart from others in the same profession. It could be anything like former city watchman, or you have mighty arms, or erudite scholar, or fleet-footed. In other words, it's something that you can add to your character that later on, if I say like, okay, well, if you want to, break a door down, and you tell me, it's like, okay, well, my character has massive shoulders, and I'm like, okay, well, that trait will play into your ability to tear the door down. So you can put down 3 of those really quickly, and you can do things like keen danger sense, or pitiful beggar, or former pirate reaver, or
Thick
whatever.
skull.
Thick skull. Yeah, thick skull is a good one. It's always good for those resist unconsciousness.
town drunk. Go with town drunk.
Yeah. Or heavy drinker.
That came from I can't take that. That's from violence in the chat. He says town drunk. Go with town drunk.
You're roboting. Hey,
I
Gap.
think it's funny.
Yeah, the CNC monks are D12. They're awesome. I love CNC monks. Town drunk, go with town drunk. Hey, Das. Just pop down to say hi and leave a like. Okay. Hey, Center Shadow. Good morning.
All right, so I'm just gonna grab a sword. The
You what?
weapon-
You what?
Oh, didn't I get pick a weapon as well?
No.
Never mind then.
No. Matter of fact, everybody can take their gear off their characters.
Like all of it?
Yeah, all of it.
All right. Well, oh, okay. I thought the book said we get to have starting gear, but okay.
It did. The book said you get starting gear. The DM says no.
Well, I'm putting this all over here then, and a separate thing. All right, everything's off. Do we get
Even my
starting
thing
gold
I need
at
to
all?
do magic.
Technically, well, your spell book.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're still gonna have your spell book. But,
Okay.
woo! Just joining everyone getting naked. Yeah, that's it. You've all been stripped of all your armor. Yeah, that's true. That's okay. I don't think the thief and the wizard had to worry about armor. So
No. a whole.
I am
I'm
glad we
doing
got a
everything
fighter
on my
though,
own.
because all right.
Yeah, I'd have played my fighter if we didn't have one, but good thing I made 2 characters.
Your fighter was pretty good actually. Had good stats.
Yeah, I rolled absurdly high, so it felt a little unfair.
How is it unfair? You roll well, you roll well. All right.
Exactly.
All right. So y'all ready?
Yep.
Okie dokie. So, just a real quick kind of an overview. The world of the Red Tide is basically the entire world has been engulfed by this strange red mist that causes people to turn into monsters and things, and it basically destroys everything in its path. The gods took every single human on that was remaining on the planet and moved them all to one island, or one set of islands in particular, where the red tide hadn't reached, and for some reason could not engulf this one island. The only problem is there were already people living there called the Show. The Show tribes comprise things like orcs, hobgoblins, bugbears, and goblins. And humans showing up unexpectedly on their shores did not help anything. So they were basically pushed to one side of the islands by the humans. And humans have been forced to carve out kind of an existence on this place with kind of a back and forth battle with the Show and the creatures that are spawned from the red tide, and of course whatever other horrible things exist on the island, in which there is a lot of them. The 3 of you were actually in Xi'an, which is probably the biggest bastion of civilization on the island, and it's lorded over by the Mandarin. Well, for whatever reason, the 3 of you find yourself having to leave Xi'an unexpectedly, perhaps for stealing, perhaps for committing too many acts of chicanery, or just maybe not being very good at your job.
A reasonable
Whatever.
remark.
Exactly. But whatever the case, you find yourselves on a caravan crossing the wastes to the north, hoping to reach a different city where prospects will be better, and maybe to avoid the reach of the Mandarin's agents and guards. Unfortunately, crossing the wasteland of the Westmark, you fell afoul of bandits. And apparently they must have been fairly successful bandits. The entire caravan was overwhelmed. You did not actually see everybody fall because you were just overwhelmed by bandits. And your fate is uncertain at this point. Until... Everybody please roll 1d20. Tell me what you got. Hey, Monkey Jeebus.
I got a nat 20.
Wow.
3.
Wow.
9.
9. Okay. So the halfling wakes up first. The first thing you notice is the wonderful smell. Yes, it is extremely dark. The stench of death is everywhere around you. You're laying on top of something kind of soft and wet.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And as you start to wake up and move around, you realize it's a corpse.
Oh boy.
You find yourself stripped of all your possessions, save for your loincloth. It is very dark. You could see there is some sunlight above, but it's coming from a very small shaft, and the cave that you're in is circular, kind of like a bowl shape. So climbing out of here would be extremely difficult without tools, maybe impossible. You see a few others stirring as you get to your feet. Guardsman, you're next to wake up, and you experience kind of a similar situation. And Mage, you are the last.
This is no way to treat a monk.
Get my hands on whoever. Ugh.
All right.
Oh, what fresh hell.
Yes, there is a very large, very smelly pile of corpses that you're laying upon. You definitely recognize many of these people as having been in your caravan, but there are also a lot of other corpses down here that are much older. And you realize these bandits must have been pretty successful. The disconcerting thing is the fact that a lot of these corpses have signs of being gnawed upon or dismembered. And what may be more disconcerting than that is the fact that more than a few of them, there are signs that they were either dragged or perhaps from the footprints, apparently got up and walked out of here.
Well, I mean, we're awake, so perhaps others did as well.
Yes, that's a nice way to think of things. There are 2 exits from this very large cavern. You may or may not want to take time to search and arm yourselves if you can. You definitely hear the sounds that something noticed your arrival and is imminent.
So, are we completely stripped, or have they left us clothing, or?
No, you've got undergarments and things
Okay.
in which you smuggled your. A wizard is never without his means.
Yeah.
They apparently threw your spell book down on top of you, thinking of it as just worthless trash. That and probably being illiterate peasants.
Oh yeah. Anti-intellectualism is rife amongst bandits.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So some of these bodies are pretty decayed, yeah?
Yes.
I find myself a nice thigh bone to use as a club.
Yeah, not hard to do. Not hard to do. Just a little bit of pulling, a little bit of twisting, and yeah, you'll get yourself a nice thick thigh bone. You have a club.
I'll hand that to the big guy here, and then I'll look for another one.
All right. Your club will do 1d4 -1 damage. It is also considered fragile. So if you roll a natural 1 on an attack roll with a fragile weapon, it has to make a save or it's damaged.
All right.
Is there rocks in this place?
Yes, there are rocks.
Like
there are stones.
if I look on the ground, okay, all right. I'm gonna remove my one and only undergarment, and I'm gonna collect some rocks. Hey, I'm a thief, man. What you give me nothing, I'm gonna work with what I got.
So you've made yourself a sling out of your undergarments.
Yes.
Very nice. Okay. I approve. All right. Sling is a D4 weapon, so I won't even give you any minuses.
Awesome.
Can you make a makeshift sling from the clothing there on the carcasses?
He
Not
likes his
really.
better.
Not really. Most of the clothing that's on the carcasses is kind of decayed. Well, except for the fresher corpses, maybe.
So they do have underwear on them. Though, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, most of the bandits didn't strip them, except, of course, the women. The less I say about that.
The better. Can I use my Frey dice to just do little bits of magic, or is it only in combat?
I'll allow it. I mean, what are you trying to do?
I was going to get another bone, maybe an arm bone, wrap some of the decaying, dried underwear around it, dip it in human tallow, and set it on fire.
I won't even make you do a check for that. I think that's workable. Yeah, the two of you are pretty impressed because this man is clearly some kind of a mage.
Monk. I'm a priest. A wandering itinerant monk from the temple.
Yeah, I'll buy that.
They even took my begging bowl. Bastards.
As if in answer, your begging bowl comes flying down and lands on top of a corpse nearby.
1,000 blessings upon you.
So you can mark begging bowl.
Yes, I will stuff it down my underwear as a cup.
And gotta protect the valuables.
Yes, even as a monk, sworn to celibacy.
Well, since my character possibly saw that, it's like, hey, doesn't the prisoners get at least one last drink? Anything? Can I get a bottle of wine?
A stream of yellow fluid comes down. You're free to
Yeah, I'm
drink
not
from
taking
it
that.
if you wish.
Beer.
Yeah, I'll take. No, I'm not taking my chances on that one. Well, I
You
tried.
hear laughter from above somewhere.
I withdraw my blessings.
All right. Is anybody going to search this place before you have a chance? You only have about one round of searching.
Yeah, I'll
I
go ahead and take a look around, see if I can find anything
Yeah.
else of use. Maybe I can find something
cast
for
about with the torch.
All right. Everybody, please throw me a check.
So that's 2d8.
2.8 and add in your wisdom bonus if you have any.
I failed. I got a 2.
13.
13. And Caster?
5, 9, 10.
10.
Take
Okay.
freaking rocks.
Okay. So the two, you scramble, I should say, furtively around underneath corpses and stuff, and you do manage to find a nice size pile of grubs that are busy enjoying a corpse, but nothing really useful unless you're really, really going to get hungry and maybe try that.
If you allow me, I will take whatever tissue we have or whatever clothing we have from one of the corpses, put the grub inside of it, and tie it up, and leave it nice and tied in there.
No, grubs, lots of them, small ones.
Okay.
Yeah. Wriggly
It's
things.
full of maggots.
Well, yeah. Well, hey, man, when you're hungry, you'll eat about anything, and it looks like we're not going to get much more. It's not like we're this ain't a 4-star inn.
Halflings always thinking with their bellies. All right.
So I'm gonna still take a good chunk of shirt or clothing off one of the corpses and put as much grub in there as I can and tie it up.
Okay.
Seal it.
All right.
Like make shift shit sack.
Okay. The guardsman actually manages to find over in one of the corners a corpse that still apparently has a few things on it, as well as the monk. Monk, you find a scroll case with several scrolls.
Yeah,
And-
good thing they're illiterate.
Yep. And the guardsman, you find a shield that looks very sturdy and very light and is in amazingly good condition for apparently how long it's been down here. It appears to be of ancient manufacture.
I'm going to thump my makeshift club against this shield, test it out.
It's very solid, and it's also extremely light for as well built as it is. It's kind of unusually light.
What are the scrolls?
Okay, you had to write these down kind of quickly. You have Envoy of Clouds and Rivers.
What's that do?
Oh, he would say that.
Well, I can look them up if they're in the quick start.
I think they're in the quick start. If they're not, I can.
Okay, so Envoy, Clouds, and Rivers.
There is Defilement of the Unquiet Grave. Hand of Merciful Succor. And Way Shrine Sanctification.
Okay, I will look those up.
Okay. Caster, your shield, unbeknownst to you, is actually magical. It is a +2 shield of burdens. So not only will you get a +3 on your armor class, but while you're carrying this shield, it also allows you to carry more than you normally could. But your character does not actually know that.
Not with an intelligence of 4, you don't.
Definitely not with an intelligence of 4. Junkie, your bag of grubs just means that you won't go hungry at least once if you can keep it down.
Yeah, good enough.
If I can start fire, we can cook them.
There we go.
Slightly more palatable.
Better than nothing.
All right, just one moment. I thought I had these listed. All right. You hear a kind of a scuffling, shambling noise, and from the left tunnel appears a group of 6. They look like humanoids, but their skin looks very stretched out over their bodies, and it appears to be decaying and patchy in parts. Their
Cannibals.
features are twisted with sharpened teeth and elongated tongues designed for scraping flesh from bones. And their eyes are an eerie shade of red.
Protect me.
Yes.
I'm just a simple monk.
This looks like a job for me.
Yes. Well volunteered.
Hey.
Brave fellow.
Take the guy with the shield. He has more skin.
Well, the wonderful thing is being heroes that you are, you always have initiative.
Oh, thank goodness. I thought you was going to say something else.
No. You always get to decide to act first in any combat. So
Okay.
combat is officially started. I
Okay.
guess I should put on something appropriate. Hold on a moment. So what are we playing this morning, Flighty? We're playing Scarlet Heroes.
Music. No, I'm just kidding.
I thought it was fitting.
Very fitting.
All right. So what is everybody going to do? You can decide on which order to go in as you wish, but you all get to go first.
Well, my first question is going to be how far away from us are they? Like, would it be effective if I was to use my sling from where I'm currently standing, or do I have to take some steps back?
Well, as combat actions work, you can move and attack in the same round,
Right.
and up to your movement. Or if you use all your movement in one round, you can actually move twice your normal movement. From
Okay.
where they are, from where you are, you could say like take your full movement and still get your slingshot off and still have some distance.
Okay. I will do that then, and I will. If nobody else wants to go first, I'll attack with my slingshot.
Go.
Yep. Do I roll 2d8? Correct.
No, you roll a d20 as normal.
Oh, jeez. Okay. All right. I got 19, 20.
Wow. Okay. 20 is going
This
to
D20
hit.
loves me.
Yeah, it does. Right.
All right.
So roll your damage.
All right. Damage is only 1d4.
That's okay.
I got a 4.
Okay. 4 converts to 2. You do 2 hit dice worth of damage. In an amazing display of martial capability, your sling rock actually hits one of the ghouls right in the skull, drops him dead in his tracks, bounces off, hits another ghoul in the back of the head, cores out his head, and he falls forward. Yes,
I am the master.
You literally just killed 2 ghouls with 1 rock.
All right.
2 goals, 1 cup.
Yes.
There we go. That ends my turn. Anyone goes next.
Yes. Yes. And then your turn.
I'll go next.
All right.
So I'm gonna go running up with me club to go break some skulls.
Okay. Foolishly engaging the ghouls in close combat. Go, fighter.
Well, I think it's fairly on point. So that's what
Yes.
the D20.
Yes.
You have the luck of the halfling.
See, that is a 3.
You rolled a 3. Okay. Your mighty swing, despite your bonuses, fails to connect. However, you can still throw your fray dice. Just throw a d8 and tell me what you get.
7.
A 7 equals a 2. So, despite missing with your initial, you managed to kick over one ghoul, stomp him, and kill him instantly, and bowl over a second one and crush him under your shield, killing 2 more ghouls. There are only 2 ghouls left.
Who else wants some?
Are you saying that as like blood is flying everywhere of the ghouls as you're stomping?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. If he'd have gotten lucky, he might have been able to kill 3 of them, or 4 of them at once.
Right. I rifle through the scrolls, discover that there aren't any of any particular use. Then while the rest of them are engaged in battle, I kind of glance up at the ceiling, and as I do so, a rock falls down on one of the ghouls. So I'm just doing my fray.
All right.
And I rolled a 3.
A 3. All right. That is enough to get you 1 damage, and 1 ghoul will drop from it.
I was lucky. Stuffed the scrolls back away into my pants.
All right.
All right.
The 1 remaining ghoul, the only thing it can attack is the fighter who's up front. So, really quick, I will fire up the camera. Let's see. I will choose this dice. Let's see. How many attacks do ghouls get? 2 claws, 1 bite. Okay, so I got. What's your armor class at this point, caster?
Would be currently 8.
Okay, so I get to add an 8 to this. So 8 and 8 is 16. It has 2 hit dice, so that makes it 17, 18. It misses the first claw. It will hit on the second one. And it will hit with a bite. Wow, that's some rough luck. They don't do a whole lot of damage, but the cumulative effect is what's brutal. Let's see. I got a 1 on this dice. It claws you, but somehow your shield manages to get in the way and mess it up. And the bite manages to sink into your shoulder, dealing 1 point of damage.
Ow!
He thinks you're
I love
tasty.
this. I love the cinematic imagery here.
All right. Now you need to make a save. So roll 2d8, add in your con.
I want my best stat, so this will be fine. I'm totally not going to jinx this. And 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, although the bite of the ghoul is chilling to the effect of it could have paralyzed you, you shake it off and regain your footing. It is the party's turn once more.
Woo! All right,
I'll-
I'm loading my sling with another. Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
No,
That's
I mean,
close.
yeah. I'm only getting my neck gnawed at. So
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it makes sense for Caster to go first.
Okay, fair enough.
now I've got a personal vendetta against this one particular ghoul.
He's the only one left.
We can't have him going around. So that is a 19.
Okay, you got a 19. I need to know your damage.
4. Let's see, 4 minus the 1, so 3.
3? Okay. 3 translates to 1 point. You deal it 1 point of damage. Do you wish to throw your fray dice?
Yes. 4 of 7.
Oh, awesome. That's 2 more points. You managed to overkill this thing. So, you club it and you stun it, making it bite its own tongue off. It looks at you kind of annoyed, and then you shield bash it into oblivion and continue to hit it in the skull until it becomes a pulpy red-gray mass on the floor.
I think it's dead. Proper dead.
I'm still probably caught up in the moment, just trying to bash it to pulp.
He seems
Combat
happy.
is over. Well, combat is over.
Do they have any remnants of clothes or anything on them?
They do, in fact, probably have a little bit of stuff on them.
Okay. I rifle through their pockets, belt pouches, whatever, with an oddly practiced hand for a monk.
All right, let's see what kind of random stuff they might have. You do find a few gold coins, not very useful in this situation.
Be positive. We're going to escape.
Yeah, there's 4 gold coins on them, between them, the 6 of them. One of them is carrying a bottle of some kind of strange liquid, and another one had
We take that.
what looked like a stick. However, after looking at it, you realize it's got some runic writing on it, and it's engraved. It's obviously a wand of some sort.
1 gold each.
Hey.
Pocket the extra one. You were taking the bottle, right? And then the wand, I'll examine and see if I can figure out what it is. As a temple mage, I may have some chance.
What's your that's one of your traits, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay. What's that trait at?
That's +1.
Yeah. The ruins, or I should say ruins. The runes are pretty simple. After reading them, you realize it is a wand of disharmony.
And so I'm assuming that disharmonizes things in some way.
Yeah. If you use this wand, it will cause enemies to become confused and possibly turn on each other.
Yeah.
Not probably very effective on most mindless things, but you never know.
No. Running out of space in these pants to put things.
Yes. You did also pick up a potion of some sort.
Ironcaster took that.
Yep.
Oh, after battle, you can also take time to bandage your wounds and regain a couple of hit points if you wish.
Oh, that's perfect.
Okay.
Well, while he's binding his wounds, I'll go over to the tunnel that they came from and just cautiously look down with the torch.
It goes a bit further into the. Well, let's see. Your torch is about a 30-foot. You can see that up ahead, the tunnel branches out into 2 more tunnels.
Okay, and there were 2 tunnels into this room, right?
Yes.
Okay, what about the other one?
The other one appears to disappear around to the left. After a little ways. So you have no idea what's around that corner. There is an element of natural creation to these tunnels, but also there's apparently signs of some tool working as well.
So it was a natural cavern that someone's worked afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
How is your bite, big fellow? Feeling better?
Oh, much better. It's like it's not even there anymore. Ugh.
Well, you're clearly the strongest fighter. I believe you should take the lead. Which way do you want to go?
Hey, Thoth.
The left.
Very well.
Dungeon Master shows up and says, "The left is not the right." No. All right. So heading down to the left. You end up at a more or less a T junction. It's not an actual T junction. It's more like a Y junction going to the left and right.
Is this the more natural looking path, or is this the one that was seemingly carved?
They both appear to have been a little bit of tool working. They're somewhat natural, somewhat carved. You know that to the right. Come on, get it back here. Sorry, I'm having to scroll for stuff, so and it takes longer than actually having a book.
Does either one appear to go up?
No, not necessarily. But to the right, you can see what looks like the cave that goes that way. It has fossils of underwater creatures decorating the formations around here, and burn marks on the ground, as well as faint, colorful lights emitting from all over the place from inside the tunnel. To the left, the air is dense and misty, and there are stalagmites covered with burn marks. And somewhere you spot something quite big lying on the floor.
I'm gonna go move in to inspect it.
Okay, so you're moving into the left cavern?
Yep.
Okay.
I cautiously follow with the torch held high.
Okay. And the thief, who is somehow all the way in the back where he shouldn't be.
Oh no, I'm following. I'm just keeping a distance, but not like outside of the range of the light. Just that way, if something pops up in front,
He's got more support.
my
He's
my
fine.
skills would be more. Yeah, my weapon would be more effective than up close.
Yeah. Well, as you enter, you see a carved idol in one of the corners, and there's also a dust-covered skeleton nearby.
Say, since you're a priest, Mr. Monk guy, do you know what this idol is of?
You have to go get a closer look.
Cautiously step closer. Step a little bit closer. Check the ground. Step a little bit closer. Just enough, close enough to see it, and then I will rack my temple knowledge to see if I can place it.
Well, before you can actually approach, you feel your foot go through a hidden bit of canvas that was covered by dirt. You need to make a reflex save real quick, or a dexterity save. I'm sorry. Throw 2d8 plus your dex.
5.
You go tumbling ass over kilter and into a 6-foot pit.
Yeah.
Which is lined with long rusty spikes.
Oh,
Not good.
no!
Sorry. I was expecting the fighter to blunder into that, or maybe the thief to check first. However, I rolled a 1, therefore, miraculously, somehow, you manage to avoid every single spike on the way down. You land in an awkward position where you're like positioned between all these different spikes. It looks kind of comical from above.
When you beg for food, you tend to get thin. So having a small willowy body helped me avoid those spikes.
I threw down the hole. Mr. Monk guy, are you okay?
Yes. The many gods are watching out for me.
Just looks humiliated, that's all.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there anything you can use to help me out?
Can I search the cavern for any rope or vines?
You said it was 6 foot deep, right?
Yeah, it's only 6 foot deep.
Okay, so if the large fellow, what is your name again, by the way? If he reaches down, I should be able to reach his arms.
Fair enough.
All right, I'm coming over. And
Careful.
All right, I won't make you throw a strength check or anything, but yeah, between the two, you can manage to haul the thin monk out of the pit.
I'll toss the torch up on the other side first, because picking me up while I'm carrying something that's on fire would probably not go well.
Yeah, that would not be good.
No.
Thank you, stab fellow. What was your name again?
Philip.
Philip. Strange and exotic name.
Yeah, it is.
My parents thought they left some intellectual beef for me, but
Well, it's a hard name to pronounce, but I shall try.
Too many L's.
Where were we? How about you, small fellow? You probably weigh even less than me. How about you go first, and I'll follow you?
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. And so I'm walking along, but I'm gonna do it cautiously because of that hole. He's a little scared, so he begins tapping his foot on the ground and doing like a sweep with it before he walks.
I understand. Okay. Yeah, you find no further pits or traps in this area, although there is an exit on the other side.
All right.
You can make your way over to the skeleton or to the idol.
To the
Wish?
Yeah, so that's what we were intending to do, is for me to have a look at the idol. So
Okay.
yeah, even more cautiously, I shall approach the idol and hold on my torch and have a look at it.
Okay. What are your traits?
Temple Mage +1, and another trait which may come in handy later on.
All right. As a temple mage, as part of the temple, you recognize this idol as an ancient and forgotten goddess, Argonia. Her worship has kind of fallen out of favor, lost to ages and ages ago. It's actually a primitive deity once worshipped by the show peoples.
I will hand over that information, albeit slightly more colourfully. It's an ancient pagan goddess worshipped by the evil Shu. Her worship has fallen out of favour. Argonia, I believe they called her. Clearly an evil and profane presence upon this place.
Indeed.
Are there any gems for eyes or anything?
No, nothing special like that. The statue itself appears to be very crudely carved out of wood. All right. Anything else?
What about that skeleton?
Hey, you gonna go check it out?
Yeah.
It appears to be the skeleton of a show orc.
Or shork?
Yes, a shork. It has a usable length of rope on it.
Ooh.
I'm gonna poke it with my club a bit.
The skeleton or the rope?
The skeleton.
Okay, the skeleton remains steadfastly on the floor, holding its position.
It's a trick, get an axe.
So I'll reach for it to take the rope.
All right. Yeah. The rope, despite being old, is made out of some good material that's been woven together and it still seems to be pretty sturdy, despite how long it's been here.
The statue, if I knock on it, does it sound hollow anywhere?
Not particularly. I mean, maybe just, in the matter of it being made of wood.
Pulling the arms and pressing the eyes and nose and other features, nothing happens?
No, it's just something that somebody put here to venerate.
You did say there was an exit.
There is. You could either go back the way you came, or you could leave from another exit.
Is there a light, or is it just like torchlight, daylight? What am I seeing?
The source of light is whatever torches you have with you. These are dark caverns.
Okay. All right. I am going to slowly get on my hands and knees. It's going to look kind of funny, but then I'm going to look at the monk guy and go, "Monk guy, I need some light over here." And I'm going to slowly just lead everyone down the tunnel, but while looking for anything suspiciously that could be a lever, a switch, anything weird that doesn't look like it's part of the ground naturally.
Okay, so you're searching for traps, moving slowly.
You were already quite close to the ground.
Okay.
My name.
Well, I'm being specific.
My name is Chakar.
All right, Chakar. Wow. All right, I might not remember that.
Okay.
I won't.
All right.
Honored monk or your holiness is also acceptable.
Wait, I have an idea.
Hmm?
I'm gonna throw the rope at our little halfling to wrap around his neck. This way, if he falls in a pit or anything, we can pull him back.
Heck yeah, I'm gonna wrap that around my waist.
Looks like a little dog.
I'll take the humiliation. I'll take the humiliation. By the way, just want to let you guys know, I still have my loincloth in a slingshot thing, so you're kind of looking at my bare butt. Anyway.
Sure, we're all impressed.
We have bigger things to worry about than your bunghole.
Fair enough. All right, so I'm just very carefully looking for traps.
All right. Well, creeping along the floor at a slower pace, you do see that the corridor branches into two directions. You could either continue on straight or you could take a side passage.
Oof.
What does it look like down there?
Jakar, Philip, what do you guys think we should do?
Well, what does it look like
Which way?
down there, from what we can see?
It's dark.
Light doesn't penetrate far enough to see anything.
Yeah, it's too far back. Although you could take a listen check or something if you wish.
Does the flame flicker in any particular direction, like there's a breeze or?
No, not here.
Okay. Wisdom check, I guess, to listen.
Mhm.
8.
You do hear faint sounds of something skittering down that tunnel.
Something moving around up there. Could be rats, mice, insects, quadruped halflings.
Ha ha. All right. Which way do you guys want to go? Do we want to go to take the side passage? Which is that what we're hearing? It's in the side passage. Is where the sound, or is where the monk is hearing?
Yes.
All right. So he hears that. I don't, because I didn't roll that. So which way? So so Lem looks at you guys and go, which way?
Well, the immortals teach us we should avoid conflict wherever necessary. That's how they got to be immortal. So I think we should avoid the animal sounds.
All right, so straight ahead then. So I begin leading guys straight down, and still on my hands and knees, just searching for anything. I'm patting the ground, looking for any kind of weird
Moving
anything
slowly.
Yep, moving slowly.
Yep, I understand. Okay. Creeping along the tunnel. You smell water up ahead, and hear some wet sounds.
Like sounds of water running, wet sounds, or...
Dripping.
Okay.
Might be near a river, down a
Sure.
crevice.
I'm sure we
Maybe
could all
there's-
use a drink.
Right.
There is also another Y junction going left and right.
Oh, jeez.
So the water
All
sounds
this-
are coming from the left. The right tunnel is way too dark to see. Extends way beyond your field of vision.
If we have water, we can live longer. What do you say, Philip?
Philip. Philip.
That's good enough for me. I could use a drink.
Well, lead on, Lem.
All right, I'm leading on cautiously, very carefully.
Okay. As you start to enter this tunnel, you see traces of something very heavy dragged on the ground.
Oh boy. Could I tell if it's like a body of some kind, or a sack, or anything?
What are your specialties? Or your traits?
Nothing that would be any of use. Just halfling stealth, skilled liar, burglary, and the ability to have many lovers.
Okay, yeah, that's not gonna do you any good.
That sounds like good characters.
Yeah, you're not sure. You're just not a body dragging expert or anything. So.
Okay, fair enough. I'm going to continue down until someone stops me.
All right. Well, as you enter a opening, the cave opens up, and you see pools of dark sludge scattered all over the place. Stalagmites covered with splatters of dark matter. There's a big crate near the far wall, and in the middle is a grotto of some sort. water in it.
Huh. Okay. I remove the rope from my waist and I say, Philip, is there any? Well, I look at both Philip and Jakar, and I call them both by name, and I go, Philip, Jakar, is there any way we could could we find something like edible at the end and tie it to the end of this rope to make sure there's nothing inside there?
I don't think your rope would tie very well to that.
What?
Well, you still have that bag of grubs, maggots, don't you?
Yes, I do.
So we could fray the end of the rope, take out a little piece of string, tie it around the bag, and lower that into the water.
All right. I'm down for this. So I'll hand you the bag of rope. I hand you the end of the rope and the bag of grubs. We're starving to death and being eaten.
All right, so you're going fishing in the grotto, basically, with the bag of grubs. Okay.
You're the strongest. If it's something big, you could be able to pull against it. So. This reminds me of a joke.
All right. The bag goes in the water. Nothing happens, other than it getting wet.
Oh, looks like there's nothing in there. So
Well, hold the torch over the water. We won't be able to see much, but we might be able to see some movement if there's any cave fish or anything in there.
There's a few small blind cave fish in there. There also appears to be some kind of a heavy-duty sack down there.
And it hasn't rotted away. I suppose the cold temperature. I dip a pinky finger into the water and
It's
taste
water.
it. Just water.
Well, other than fish shit, it's pretty good.
Okay, I will take my begging bowl out of my crotch, rinse it, get a bowl of water, drink it down, because I'm sure we all need a drink, refill it, and offer it to Philip.
Yeah. The water is nice and clean from, being in the cave and being filtered through rock. So no problems. Tastes amazingly good.
We should wash your wound.
Good idea, too.
Yeah. Take a minute to wash the ghoul bite.
And once we've all drunk our fill, I shall tuck my bowl back into my pants. Oh, cold!
Yes.
Could use some. I miss red wine. Could use some red or rice or wine.
Well, there is still the matter of the bag at the bottom of the grotto and the chest in the corner.
Okay.
Tying up the halfling. I'm looking at the rope.
Yep. You were thinking the same thing I was thinking. I was going to be like, Philip, hand me the rope. I tie it to my waist and I'm going to go swimming.
I'm going to tie it to like one of his feet.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Wait. The water will be bitterly cold. We should check the chest first, the crate first, see if there's anything useful, and we can break up the wood, and I can light it on fire to warm you when you come back out.
Yeah, I like that one better. Hyperthermia is terrible. All right.
Benefits of a temple education. Okay.
But what?
Go over to the... Never mind. Me learn good. I'll go over to the crate and prise it open with the thigh bone.
Well, as you approach the crate, you also see that there was a collection of offerings, probably to some deity or something, that are forgotten near the wall on the right, along with some broken arrows.
What kind of offerings?
Well, they look like they were foodstuffs, old spices, things that might have been particularly valuable to the god or goddess. You kind of figure
nothing,
that you
so
figure that
nothing's going to be any good anymore then.
no. You figured that the goddess statue that was in the other room might have actually been in here first, been traded out with this chest for some reason.
Okay, open the crate.
All right. All right. Please roll me a d6.
1.
All right. You need to make a save.
Okay.
On save.
Is that a 2d8 one or is that a d20 one?
2d8.
Okay. Constitution, yep.
Yep.
9.
9. As you start prying at it, you feel your hands and fingers burning from the highly corrosive ointment that was applied to the crate.
Okay, I rush away and thrust my hands into the water.
All right. But not before taking...
I was using the bone to prise it open.
I know, but at some point you're going to have to, lay your hand against the crate in order to get leverage. Sorry. You will suffer 1 point of damage before washing it off. Corrosion.
I grumble a lot. And then I'll use my bowl to transfer water to wash off the ointment, and then open the crate.
Inside, you see what looks like an assortment of coins, various denominations of gold, silver, and copper, all equating to 210 gold pieces worth of loot.
We've got no way to carry it. At least not now.
I'm a thief. I'm mesmerized by the gold.
Well, there is a bag in the water, so...
Well, I'll stir the gold around with my thigh bone, see if there's anything under it.
No, nothing. It's just coin.
You could eat it.
No.
You see Lim eyeballing the coin as like one of the coins are probably rolling away, and you just see him following it with his eyes.
Halfling greed.
I'll prise the crate apart, use the wood to make a small fire, and light it with the torch.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Down you go.
Gold coin, and I'm going to throw it into the water to get Len to jump in after it.
Not to make a wish.
A fish examines the coin, kind of seems to look back at you like, what is this? And swims around.
I tie the rope to my foot, and I go diving.
All right, yeah, the water is cold. The fish scatter. A few of them nibble at you, trying to figure out what you are. But, yeah. The grotto's not all that deep. It's only about 10 feet, so it's not a lot of swimming.
Right. I grab the bag, and then I tug on the rope to let him know to pull me back up.
Yeah, no problem pulling you back out.
Something's got him. Pull hard.
Yeah, you come up with the bag. It's a surprisingly light bag. It's only weighs about 5 pounds. But it appears to be made of very sturdy leather for it to survive the water for this long.
Well, what's in it?
I open the bag.
You can't see the bottom.
Okay, I'm staying away from that witchery.
Okay, I see him looking horrified at the bag. Well, what's in there?
I can't see. Get a torch in there, big guy. Yes. Car, put the torch in. Just like, yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
hold the torch.
You hold the torch to the bag opening. It appears to be bottomless somehow.
May I?
Absolutely, go right ahead. He walks away and unties the rope.
Okay, I will tip the bag upside down and shake it.
Out will fall a absolutely beautiful looking rope that appears to be made out of some sort of snake skin. A hand axe that's in really, really good condition. A couple of bottles of liquid, and several scrolls. Actually, quite a few scrolls.
If any of those bottles of liquid happen to be any kind of like wine or something,
I don't know.
would I be able to identify one of them?
Do you have any sort of magic whatsoever?
Nope.
I'm the only one who knows magic. I will painstakingly go over the scrolls and the potions and the potion we found earlier while we sit by the fire for as long as it lasts.
All right. Yeah, the scrolls I can read off to you in a second. Give me 2 checks, one for each potion. 2 of the potions look similar, so you figured they're the same thing.
12 and 14.
All right. The 2 potions that are alike are potions of Ironhide. Could be very useful, especially to a mage.
Or to a fighter who doesn't have his armor with him.
Or to a rogue who has no armor.
Yes. Here, you take these. They will make you tougher, and I will hide behind you.
All right. Oh wait, talking to Philip. Okay.
Well, both of you, one each.
Oh okay. Oh okay. Lem definitely snaps up. What was it again? You said leather armor? Yes.
No. Ironhide.
What kind of
Ironhide spell.
Ooh.
Potion.
Ironhide
Okay.
potion.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Put that down there. I'm not drinking it yet.
I'll pick up the battle axe.
It is a hand axe.
Oh, hand axe.
But good try.
It appears to be very well made. Has some runic engraving on it. It's master metalwork.
Lem is near the fire. He's just warming up.
Mm-hmm.
So what was the other potion?
The other potion you figure is a potion of transmutation. All right, real quick, I can read you what these do.
Mm-hmm.
The Ironhide potions will make your skin become unusually tough while this potion lasts, becoming the equivalent of plate armor at AC 3. But it only lasts for 1d6 hours when you drink it. Which is actually a pretty good amount of time. The transmutation potion, if it's applied to inanimate objects, it can affect a 3-foot by 3-foot cube of non-magical matter. While under the potion's effect, the matter becomes soft and pliable and may be reshaped or dug out easily. It returns to its usual hardness at the end of the effect 1d6 plus 4 rounds later.
Okay. And the scrolls?
These scrolls, and there are a lot of them. I rolled a lot of scrolls for this for some reason. The Superior Alchemy of Forms.
Mm-hmm.
The Golden Pick of the Miner.
Mm-hmm.
Exquisite Purification of Renewal.
Yep.
Golden Morning Grace.
The coffee ritual.
Haha.
Yeah.
And finally, the Master of the Antimony Gate.
Okay. And I already had Envoy of Clouds and Rivers, Defilement of the Unquiet Grave, Hand of Merciful Succor, and Way Shrine Sanctification. Okay. And I found I did have a copy of Scarlet Heroes, so I can look those up
Nice.
and know what they do. Right.
The rope also appears to be some sort of magical item itself. It's a length of silk rope. It's 10 feet long, intricately knotted, stitched with strange sigils and fine thread.
Can I tell what kind of magic?
Some sort of transmutation magic of some kind.
Maybe it turns into a snake.
You know, play with it any to see what it can do, or
No, in case it bites me.
okay.
If we need it, we can try it.
Mm-hmm. Caster? Maybe away.
Yeah. Lim is just near the fire, contemplating his life's choices. How he landed himself here.
Well, you know, probably got on the bad side of somebody in Xi'an. Now he's having to flee.
Could have been that temple priestess.
Could have been that temple priestess. Could have been her husband.
Could have been the Mandarin's wife. No, I'm just kidding.
Could have been the Mandarin's wife. If it's the Mandarin's wife, you're probably a dead man, no matter what. But.
That's why I had to flee. I've had many lovers.
Yes. Philip the
I couldn't help
guard.
myself. Why couldn't I help myself?
Your hand axe.
Mhm.
Unbeknownst to you, it is actually a hand axe +1, so it will do 1d4 +1 damage.
All right, I'll toss the bone over to Lem, my club. I've got an upgrade.
All right. Well, yeah, the party gets a nice little rest. There's a little bit of water. I don't know if anybody wants to try to go fishing for some sushi, but
We don't really have any bait.
And I tug on the rope again. You sure?
Oh, very funny. I already untied myself from the ankle, but I'll, I could try and go grab some with my bare hands, but that might be a little tough.
it's up to you.
Fishies are very fishy. You know what? We'll just do that. I'm gonna tie the rope to my ankle again. Here you go, Philip. And he goes diving in for a little bit to see if he can grab some fish.
You're gonna try to channel your inner bear. All right.
Trying. Doesn't mean I'm gonna
all right.
work.
Well, throw me a dex check. See what you get.
All right, 2d8.
Yes, 2d8 plus your dex.
All right, my dex is a +1. 9.
9. Well, it's cold, but you do manage to throw a decent-sized fish up onto the shore.
Awesome. Can I try it again just to get one more?
Sure.
All right. Gonna try it again. Get one more. And that one was a 7.
Well, you managed to get a small fish, like a minnow-sized fish. Nothing substantial.
Well, there's 3 of us. I need one more.
All right.
All right. This is it. And then after that, I think I'm gonna die of drowning.
Hypothermia.
Yeah, that too. And this one was a 12.
Yep. You'll manage to snatch another fish and get it up onto the bank.
Okay. I'm crawling back to the surface. I'm untying the rope and I'm running to the fire.
All right.
And I yell at those guys. I yell at Jakar, Philip, I grabbed the fish. You guys can cook.
Well, I figured the 2 of them were probably helping you, take control of the fish when they landed on shore. So,
Oh, they probably were. But I'm still freezing to death.
hey, Immortal Rising comic book. It's good to see you, buddy. I need to check out that comic book, Immortal Rising.
Are there any sticks or anything we could use for kind of makeshift skewers, or maybe some wood left over from the crate?
Yeah, I was about to say there's probably some splinters left over from the crate that you could use to skewer and barbecue your fish over the fire. I won't make you roll for any of that. I figure, it's kind of a survival situation. So yeah, you guys managed to get down a nice little warm meal, and like I said, you have plenty of more or less fresh water.
And at least some halfway decent food, other than maggots.
The monk appears to be going through all the scrolls very carefully, which he probably should, because a lot of this magic is extremely useful. I figured the defilement of the unquiet dead would probably be really useful back in the chamber you started in.
Depends. Is it a new moon? It's a ritual cast that only works at certain times.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it down there if it wasn't useful.
Is there the torch? Is it lighting up like any areas where I can inspect some of the walls?
I suppose.
All right. I kind of wanted to go over to a couple areas and just scrape at the walls a little bit to see if there was anything peculiar in them. Maybe like if we were in a tomb, maybe like a skeleton inside the wall or something like that.
Not necessarily. This is most of the stuff was probably carved out by some kind of an underground water source at one time that apparently receded.
You said there was a dark substance in the grotto, just not around the water.
Yeah.
What is it? Bat guano or?
Splatters of dark matter. Yeah, it is. It appears to be some kind of animal droppings. But there are no bats overhead or anything. So.
Will it burn? Bat guano is pretty strong in nitrates, isn't it?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. Then this torch has probably not got much life left in it. So yeah, get more scraps of cloth or something from the offerings, wrap it around the other end, have that soaked in bat guano, set that end on fire and douse the other end.
Oh, nice, shiny, bright blue flame.
There. That should last us a little longer.
All right. Well, you're taking your time down here, so time for me to do my wandering monster check, I think. See what's on my list of things to come see you.
Guano was used in some ancient cultures as a fire starter because it is highly flammable.
Could be a lot of carbon in it.
Okay, on a 1 we have an encounter. It is a 2. No, nothing comes to bother you.
Do we see? Is there any way we can see any other passages other than the way we came?
Yeah, there's another way out of here.
Okay. I just point that out to Philip and Chikar if they can't see it. It's like, yeah, it looks like there's another path there whenever we're ready to leave. After we rest.
Whenever you're ready. When we finish this fine fishy repast that you have laid before us. T-shirt, did you know there's a town in Texas named after an explosion caused by bat droppings?
What is it?
It's called Blowout.
I've never actually seen Blowout.
In Blanco County, a bit north of Johnson City.
Oh, yeah. That's not too far. Actually, that's a 2-3 hour drive.
Yeah, so it's named Blowout because there's a cave system near there. There were like millions of Mexican free-tailed bats living in it, and people hadn't been living in the area. But all that bat guano put off a lot of methane, and the nearby town sparked it. Yeah. We'd like
funny.
to be educational.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, like I tell people, there's always a lot of stuff happening in a 6-mile hex. So.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
So when we're ready,
So you heading back out the way you came, or heading into the exit?
I say we press on. Votes. Anyone else? Okay.
Oh,
Send the little fellow ahead.
Well, everybody's seems like they're a little bit busy. Do you guys want to take a little bit of break, or what? It's been about an hour and a half.
Yeah, let me go see what's going on there.
Okay.
All right. So, what do you say?
If I knew we were going to do it,
it.
I would have waited. Yeah.
Okay. So 10-minute break.
Sounds good.
All right. See you guys back in 10 minutes. Just mute your microphones and take care of your needs. See you in a little bit.
So it turns out it was just a 2-year-old being a 2-year-old.
All right, gents, we back.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I'm here.
All right. So, when we last left our intrepid party, they were in the grotto and had just had a nice meal of some fresh fish, warmed themselves by the fire, and gotten some fresh water after finding some goodies in a bottomless sack.
Would any of that justify getting my health point back?
I think so. I think that counts as part of the after battle 2 points back, as far as I'm concerned. You're one of those 4 hit point guys, aren't you?
Yes.
So yeah, every hit point counts. Hope you're enjoying the game so far.
Yes.
Yes.
I am.
All right. Well, good. All right.
I always just have fun in playing these low stat characters.
It's, after playing the superheroes of 5th edition, playing, 3 dice 6, or actually I say 4 dice 6 in order in this case, it's surprising how good of a character you can actually get out of a character who doesn't have optimized stats.
Right. I think I should hold on to the magic bag because I have all these scrolls to juggle otherwise.
Uh-huh. Did you take a little bit of time to research what they all do?
Yes.
And some of those are some really good spells. So
Yeah.
Sorry for the repeat.
alrighty. So moving on to the passage through,
Yes.
or heading back
We're-
the way you came.
We're not going back. We're
Nope.
going on.
All right. Well, up ahead you hear echoing droplets of water. As the passageway opens up, you see dense spider webs covering the stalactites and stalagmites, and there are some splatters of dark matter on the stalactites. Something here makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up.
I'll use the torch to burn back the webs.
All right. As you do so, a very large, stinking, misshapen creature with just covered in rotting rags and animal skins, and dragging a big club with it, kind of lumbers into view.
Ah! Flip!
The look on its face, the fact that the skin is ripped back in some places and it has wounds that have obviously killed it, tell you that it is some form of an undead. And from the looks of it, it probably stank pretty bad before it died.
Flip! Kill it!
Yes, the party gets to go first. Excuse me as I change the scenery up a little bit.
Oh, the call for aid is going to be the first thing I'm going to go for. Is going to be who am I to turn that down? So let's. So I'm going to go run up to give this thing a nice splitting headache.
Splitting headache.
Axe it to leave me alone.
All right, you run up and swing on it. Go ahead. Roll your
So that
d20.
is 13.
I'm not gonna make it out that door.
You got 13?
I did.
Okay. Combined with its pretty crappy defenses and armor, yeah, you'll easily hit it.
There were 2.
For 2 damage?
Yep. Well, I rolled a 1 plus 1, 2.
Okay, and you have no strength modifier, so.
Right.
So you will deal it 1 hit dice of damage. It is still standing. You wish to use your fray dice.
Yes. Or 6.
6 is good. You will inflict 2 more hit dice of damage. It is still standing.
How close is this to us?
Well, I figure Philip ran up to confront it, so you've got some space.
Okay. All right. I'm going to put a rock in my sling, and then I'm going to sling at a rock.
All right.
Oh crap. 9.
Well, combined with its rather crappy armor class and the fact that it's big as it is, yeah, you'll hit.
Okay. All right. And 4 on the D4.
4 on the D4 equals 1 point. So
Well, I tried.
it is still standing.
Okay. I tried.
I thrust my burning bat torch into its chest.
You're gonna run up there and stab it
Well.
with the bat torch.
I was at the front when it lumbered, so. So that's it's D20, isn't it?
Mhm.
10.
10 plus 15 is 25, so you will hit.
Okay. And then 1d4 for the torch, I guess?
Yes, 1d4 for the torch, and I will...
Okay. I got a 2. And
That's 1 point.
for my fray dice, with my offhand, I make a mudra for the fire element and mutter a quick spell under my breath.
Okay.
To make the fire flare up more. So I got 2.
So another point of damage to it for Frey, so it's taken a total of 6 hit dice of damage. Very quickly, I'm going to see whether or not it will burn. Rolled off camera, but
We can't see, so you might have cheated.
got a 3. No cheating. So, yes, this thing will flare up. Somebody roll me a d6. Actually, Grim, you roll a d6. Shoot, guys.
1.
1. Unfortunately, the fire is snuffed out and has no real effect on it. It did 0, so
Yeah, we'll just make a flaming zombie.
Ah.
it almost worked. All right. This thing lumbers, 2 hands its great club and takes a swing. Kind of a 50-50 shot as to who it would go after. So, all right. 1 through 50, it's going after Philip. 51 or higher, it's going after Chakar. 7, it decides it likes Philip. I got a 6. What is your AC?
8.
8. So 6 plus 8 is 12. Is 13. With its pluses.
6 plus 8 is 14.
14, sorry. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 20. Yeah, it'll hit you. It does a 2d8 plus 9 Great Club. So, yeah, this thing can maul you pretty good.
I like this.
Wow. So that's 12. That's 13 damage. It's actually higher than that, but since it converts, you take 4 hit points of damage from this thing. You know that if this thing hits you much more, it's like that. It's probably going to kill you.
Oh, that's not good.
Yep, that hurt.
Which is why I can't let it live any longer. So let's try to hack it apart again.
All right.
That is 12.
12 plus its garbage AC. Yes, you will hit.
So that is a 3 for the axe.
you will do 1 more point to it.
And then I roll an 8 on the fray.
Okay. You rolled an 8 on the fray?
I did.
Okay, so that's 2 more points. Yeah, you hack into it viciously with your hand axe. You hit it right in the knee. It drops to 1 knee. You take the edge of your shield and smash it right in the face. The shield goes through the top of its skull and its face and literally bisects its skull. The top half of it is still laying on top of the flat part of your shield when the rest of the corpse falls backwards. So you have undead ogre staring you in the face from their shield.
Yeah, a good blow.
Nice. Well, combat's over.
Well, you can take its club, Flip.
Yeah, Philip looks like he's not doing so great.
Okay. I reach into the bag. I yank out one of the scrolls. I make some funky hand gestures and mutter some chants and cast Hand of Merciful Succor upon him.
Okay.
Which instantly heals 2 health and whatever the results for 4 and a 5 on a d6 are.
4 and a 5.
9.
Well, no, not in this case. The 4 is worth 1 point, and the 5 is worth 1 point. So he gets a total
4 health back.
4 health back. So exactly what you lost.
Yep. I'm back to full.
And that scroll's used up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Better?
much.
Good. Your chakras
All right.
should be back in alignment.
Yeah, the ogre's great club.
Good.
The ogre's great club is laying there. It is a die 10 weapon. But it is two-handed, so you would not be able to use your shield if you use it.
I'm gonna bring you along just to. Actually, yeah, I'll go ahead and take it.
Okay. By the way, the thief hasn't been using any of his fray dice, and that's because he's been at range. So, in order to use your fray dice, you have to be in melee. Unless you're a caster.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured that was the deal.
And technically, this thing had more hit dice than you guys did, so casters shouldn't have gotten his fray dice against it, but I allowed it.
No, magic users can use their fray dice even against higher level creatures.
You can, yes, but the fighter can't.
Ah, okay.
Oh,
That's okay. That's my mistake. I goofed that up, but that's okay. That's all right. It worked out. I'm not trying to kill the party. I'm just...
Does it have anything else on it in its rags and so forth?
Well, let's see. Where am I at on the location?
Or maybe there's a hidden compartment in its club like Captain Caveman.
Nah. But let's see what's in. I painstakingly generated all the treasure last night just to be sure that it wouldn't have to do it. Well, there are 3 large bird skulls sitting in the chamber. The ogre zombie itself does not have anything. However, the apparent remains of one of its victims is laying in the corner. His weapon is shattered and useless. However, it's very odd. His chainmail appears to be pristine, despite the age.
It is either blessed or cursed.
I'm gonna pick it up and kind of try to get the body out of the chainmail.
Yeah, the body more or less kind of falls out of the chainmail if you shake it. It's
Is there at least it says there's like any cloth just on this creature at all?
It had rotting hides on it, not really cloth. And honestly, the hides are just putrid because it is as well.
Fair enough. I won't mess with it then. I'm sniffing them and go, oh no, never mind.
Monk, use your bowl. I want to wash this chainmail off.
There you go.
Wash the dead guy out of it.
Get rid of the fluids and not just dump the chainmail into the water.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. After it's cleaned up, yeah, that chainmail looks almost like it's brand new.
Good.
So these bird skulls,
Mm-hmm.
are they arranged neatly or are they kind of haphazard?
They look like they were neatly arranged. There's also some dried flowers next to them.
Or offerings, perhaps, to some other primitive totem. Lem, can you see any traps or devices attached to these skulls?
I begin examining the skulls for anything that's out of place or that would resemble a trap.
No. It looks like it was just an offering that was left there. You're not sure what kind of birds these were, but they must have been really big.
All right, Jakar, I can't tell you what kind of birds these things are, but I can, as far as I can see, they are okay to examine further.
Okay.
No traps that I can see.
I will very carefully sort of lift up the skulls and look under them in case there's anything there.
No, just they look like they were, cleaned neatly and just arranged there along with the flowers, like as if they were some kind of an offering or something.
Kind of monstrosities, you're in this kind of cave. Offerings everywhere, skulls, undead creatures.
Some ancient evil known to the Shu. So, little wonder that the dead rise here in such an unclean place. And it makes a useful dumping point for the bandits. But if we survive, perhaps the treasures we've found in here can enable our revenge.
Yeah, definitely. I want to throw some of those bandits in here, see if they survive.
Are any of these skulls big enough to wear as a headdress?
Oh yeah, easily.
Okay, I will put one of the bird skulls on my head.
Okay.
What do you think?
Creepy, but it'll do.
Bandits
Skull
are a
headdress.
cowardly and superstitious lot.
Okay.
At least this way you can pretend to be a witch doctor and you might be able to curse them, freak the bandits out and curse them, make them run blindly into the fort or wherever the hell they dumped us at, and maybe they fall down here and we can laugh about it later.
Yes.
Well, what's going to be done with the chain armor?
I'm gonna put it on.
It fits surprisingly well, almost as if it's like conforming to your body shape. It feels, very comfortable.
Very breathable.
Yeah, it is. Unbeknownst to you, it is actually magical chain armor. It is. It'll give you a 6 AC.
All right.
6 AC and minus your dex. In this system, when you roll attack dice, you roll whatever your number is on the dice, and then you add your attack bonus, and then you add the opponent's armor class to it. So the lower your armor class is, the better it is, because it makes it harder for you to be hit.
So
Well, I have a whole 10.
Pardon?
I have a whole 10 in my AC, so I don't get anything.
Well, this will drop it to 6, and then your dex was...
Well, is the 0. That's what I mean. That's the part I mean.
Yeah.
It's not going anymore because of that.
Yeah. If you're naked, it's you have a 10 AC. it's Thaco, basically.
Yeah. So your AC is now 6, which is better. What were the exits from this room?
Let's see. Yes, from here you could either go back the way you came, and there is a narrow tunnel leading out.
I say, Philip, hand me the rope, and I tie it to my waist. And well, are we guys going to go down this way?
Yes.
All right. I begin cautiously looking for traps or some weird stuff happening.
All right, creeping along the narrow tunnel, you may make a listen check.
All right. We'll make a listen check, and that's wisdom, correct?
Yes.
All right.
2d8 plus 2 wisdom.
All right. 2d8 plus wisdom. That'll be an 11.
You faintly hear some sort of fluttering movement somewhere in beyond. It's kind of hard to tell what it is.
Oh, boy.
Could be bats.
Or giant birds.
Well, we only have two options: go forward to the fluttering, or go back the way we came. And unfortunately, I don't feel like going back the way we came. Because we already know what's back there.
Yeah. Very well. Press on.
All right, I'm cautiously making it very cautiously towards the noise.
All right. Moving up very cautiously. You see dense spider webs covering this area and lots of claw marks. You see red glowing eyes inside like fire, and then you hear a screech as 7 small, leathery-looking little bird-like creatures with kind of long hummingbird-like beaks are excitedly fluttering around this room as they see you.
Ah! Vampire
moving.
hummingbirds.
Yes, vampire hummingbirds.
I was going to say the actual name, but I don't think I should.
You shouldn't, because you don't know the name.
Exactly.
I don't like those.
Well, at least you guys got stuff to wear. I'm taking off the rope. I said, at least you guys got stuff to wear. I'm still. All right.
So
What are they-
your first round of combat is gonna be taking the rope off.
Yeah, taking the rope off.
Okay, so you forego any attacks to pull the rope off yourself. All right,
I'll live.
that's your attack.
Fair enough.
I shall move to protect him, waving the flaming torch at any of these creatures that come close, trying to smack them out of the air.
Okay, Philip.
I am bracing myself behind my shield.
But not going to attack.
Well, I assume they're too high.
But
You can reach them.
if they're going to attack us, they're going to have to come down low.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and hack at one with a hatchet.
Alrighty. Waiting on your dice roll.
That is a nat 1.
Oh dear. Alright, normally I use crit and fumble systems, but for this one I will forego that. Alright, instead, what happens is you swing your mighty hand axe and your grip slips. It goes flying across the room and embeds itself partially in the ceiling. So it will not be easily retrievable during this combat.
We'll throw the halfling at it.
Yeah, yes. So.
What?
As many
What?
times as it takes.
However,
That's fine,
you still have a fray dice.
7.
7. All right. Go back to my chart really quick. I believe a 7 is a 2, though. All right. Well, your shield swing manages to catch 2 of these little bird-like creatures and crushes them to death. There are only 5 of them left now. Good show. Good show.
Did my frantic swinging with the torch hit any?
Only if you rolled a hit.
I get 8.
8. Added to their very evasive little 7.
So
No,
15.
Yeah.
Okay. And
very evasive.
as they sweep to attack, I lift the torch and blow, and a big sheet of magical flame comes off it. A fray dice.
All right. Very nice.
4.
Oh, very nice. All right. Yeah. One of them will burst into flames and crash into a wall and then hit the floor. So that's 3 of them down. There's 4 left. There's plenty of targets for them to attack. So
Lim,
Yeah.
all right. So Lim loads a rock in his sling,
and
He moves
already
that
used
one-
already used up his attack to pull the rope off.
So after they attack us.
Yes, they get a chance to go now.
Oh crap!
Yep.
Oh crap! I forgot. My bad.
Yep.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. Since there's 3
Stab
of you and I have 1 extra one here, I'm going to roll a d6 to see who gets hit. On a 1 and 2, it's
Stab him.
Philip.
He's plump.
Jakar is a 3 or 4, and is a 5 or 6. They decide they like Philip. Philip is just so lucky he gets all these attacks. Okay, so you have a 6 AC total?
With the shield, I guess that would drop down to 5.
Yes. I rolled right off the thing, but that is a nat 17. So it's first one is going to hit. A nat 14 on the second one. It's also going to hit. Fortunately, they don't do a whole bunch of damage, but they're just nasty. All right, so let's see.
And kind of gross.
And yeah, kind of gross. So they do 1d3 damage plus blood sucking. I got a 4 and a 3, which translates to 1 point each. So you will take 2 points from those, and they will begin to attach and suck blood, which won't affect you this round. All right. Let's see. Grim's little friend, is kept at bay by the torch.
Haha. Back, you foul, airy old leech.
And the halfling gets stung. Say 3, you will take 1 point of damage as one of these little things attaches itself to you. Like a little blood sucking.
Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. No, I was kidding.
It's the party's turn.
I'll drop the shield to go for the club.
Okay, so pulling your great club and your it's almost kind of funny to think you're great clubbing these things that are attached to you.
Casey up the bat.
I understand. All right, take a swing.
Slightly better. I rolled a 2.
Yeah, you flail about with your great club, realizing you brought too much club to this for these little bitty creatures. You still have a fray dice.
4.
4. You manage to rip one of the little chuggers off of you and crush it in your hand and stomp on it. It's dead. Car.
I am going to let Lem go first.
Okay.
What do I have to do to get this? Like, is this thing still attached to me?
Uh-huh.
Okay. What do I have to do to get it off?
Kill it.
Okay. So can I body is it attached to my back, my front? Is it on my chest, my neck?
Somewhere. It's
Can
fine
I-
somewhere.
I'm just gonna like fall on the ground as hard as I can. I'm gonna grab the thing and fall with it and body slam it into the ground. Can I do that?
Yeah. Well, you can call it a freight ice. You want?
All right, I'll call it freight ice. All right, here we go.
Right. Let me. What size is your freight ice? Do you know?
A D6.
D6. All right.
Yep.
Your freight
And I
ice.
rolled a 5.
Roll a 5.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love you dice.
I
Why
believe
can't you
that's
guys be this good when I'm GMing?
yeah. You'll stop and pretty much like body slam your entire body weight on top of the little creature and just splatter it against the floor all over yourself. It's quite
Yep.
dead.
So Hulk can do this once.
Yep.
I'm covered in blood, and I'm like, all right.
You once
It's
saw
alright, most of it's yours.
you once saw a wrestler back in Xi'an named Mulk Mohan, who used to use this same maneuver.
He had a beautiful wife. She taught me it.
All right, Chakar. You still have
Okay.
one of them flittering around you, and then there's one on Philip as well.
Okay, I will attempt to swat it at the air with my torch.
All right, swat.
2, so that's going to be a miss.
Yeah, you miss with your swat.
And then I will just curse it for my fray dice.
For your freight ice.
I get a 4.
You get a 4. Yes, your curse takes physical manifestation, and you watch this thing like visibly wither under your curse and fall out of the air and die.
Ha!
All right. Well, the surge is already attached, so it will automatically inflict another point of damage on Philip. Without rolling, it's back to the party.
I'm gonna attempt to crush the one that's on me. Still,
Okay. Great dice.
3.
3. Yeah, you seize the little sucker and squish him. It splatters in a blood-engorged little glooply. That's the last of them. These little guys must have been hungry to continue to attack like that, but
Yeah, can't be too much prey down here. Are there any holes in the ceiling that they may have flown in through or anything?
no, but there is another passageway beyond. Actually, there are 2 exits from this room besides the one you came in.
We do need to get that axe back.
Well, using his great club, he can fish it out of the ceiling pretty easily. I won't roll.
I wasn't sure how high it was.
Yeah. It's just high enough to be inconvenient.
Is there anything else in here?
Yes. You see small stones with runes etched into them that are littering the area. Amongst them are 4 gems that look to be highly valuable, as well as Area 3.
Well, into the bag the gems go.
Okay.
Can I tell what these rune stones are?
Various types of show runic stones, usually for luck or whatever.
Here, them. These make good ammunition for your sling.
All right. Awesome. He takes them and he says, thank you. And he bows.
Not so lucky for the show, but they might be lucky for you.
Under a pile of filth, which is probably sturge droppings, you do see a large assortment of coin, as well as a very beautiful looking deep purple amethyst.
Whoa. What were the other gems?
I haven't actually determined what those
Okay.
are.
So 3 random gems to be determined later.
Yes.
And how many coins?
There is about 1,600 in assorted coin.
Into the bag it goes. To be divided fairly later, of course.
Of course.
Oh, this is proving to be quite lucrative. The bandits probably should have spent more time down here than us.
Oh, that was just a dead pit.
Lack of imagination.
All right. So, aside from the way you came in, there are 2 exits, one to the left and one to the right.
I like the left.
Yeah, it's a good rule to always go left.
All right.
Left it is.
All right. Winding down a cavern, or actually winding down a tunnel, you arrive at another T or Y junction, which goes left and right.
Left?
Boy.
Left.
Left.
Oh, you feel fresh air coming as you see the entrance of the cave.
Freedom and revenge.
However,
All right.
Yeah,
Let's
as
make
you-
our way carefully.
yeah, as you exit this passage, you see that you're actually in the basement of an abandoned inn. You're in an area that is known as the Westmark, which originally was inhabited by, the humans and other races, until the great queen of the show led her huge invasion force through the Westmark and burned and destroyed everything. The Mandarin eventually managed to beat back the show, but the Westmark is a great land of ruins, old dwellings that have been uninhabited, and lots of other horrible things have moved in the time that it's been abandoned.
Sure. Has this setting ever been published under a different system?
Not that I'm aware of.
I have this nagging feeling that I've written a scenario for someone whose background was pretty much the same. I will have to dig that out. Sorry, carry on.
No. Well, clean air and freedom are yours. What do you do now?
It's the basement of an inn. So what's in here? Anything?
Well, let's see. It is it's a ruined inn. Anything that was valuable has probably been looted a long time ago. But if you pick around through things, you will find a barrel of serviceable wine that hasn't gone spoiled yet.
Oh, I'm taking that. I'm like, wine. I ran with it. I'm drinking it.
There are some, there's of course bedding and pallets and things upstairs to sleep on, although the condition that they're in now, they're mostly moldy.
You
There's
know,
no room.
generosity is your passage to heaven.
And I give you, Len goes to you and he says, I'm sorry. That was rude of me. You have helped me out, so you're very honorable. Please have some wine. Share some wine with me.
There. Ah, that's so much better. Now, I suggest we find these bandits and give them a nasty surprise.
He just maniacally laughs.
Mine is an evil laugh. Curious thing. You see standing out in front of the ruined inn. It has no roof on it, by the way. There appears to be a man standing outside.
And he hasn't noticed us?
Not apparently. He has his back to you.
We should send Philip out there because I don't know about you guys. I think a naked halfling approaching a man coming out of a ruined inn might startle him.
Yes, if I was approached by a naked halfling from behind, I would be worried. Douse the torch. We probably don't need it anymore. Even if it's night, there's a moon, isn't there? And stars to see by. And we don't want to tip our hand to this fellow.
Probably a good call.
So, Flip,
So-
go on. Go on.
Alright, so I'm gonna walk up.
Yeah, as you walk up, the interesting thing is, you thought he was wearing some brown clothing, but as you approach him, he turns around and you see that he is, in fact, completely made of some form of clay, with his clothing, molded on. Kind of regards you with, with eyes. Stable horse, sir?
Where am I?
This is Inn of Crossroads.
Have there been many others come by here lately?
Stable horse, sir?
Alright. Looks like we have a golem.
Do I know anything about golems?
Well, through your magical studies, you're aware that in ancient times, wizards would construct servitors called men of clay and jade. The clay was kind of lost for a lot of that stuff. But some of these constructs still survive. They also had constructs that were made of porcelain, which were said to be so close to human that they were almost indistinguishable, and also retained some semblance of sentience. But the men of clay and jade apparently were very simple automatons that were just capable of doing simple repetitive tasks if supervised.
I don't think we need to worry about this creature. It's a simpleton. It knows nothing beyond what it was created for.
Just stables horses, it looks like.
We need to find these bandits. Perhaps if we can get our bearings and retrace our steps to where the entrance to the cave system was.
Huh. Was any of us drawing a map the whole time? Nope.
We had nothing to draw with.
Exactly. So how would we know which way we went? Did we, no one had a compass.
We went
mostly-
What's our best?
and left.
Yeah, we mostly went in one direction. How hard can it be? I will try to figure out the direction.
Would Lim know that the cave caverns could be in such a formation where direction may be obscured if you're sitting on top of overland?
Easily.
Okay. Yes, that's what I said. It's like we could have easily went east the whole time, but then we need to go but we wouldn't know the direction of that.
Yeah, because the caves tend to, subtly go left or right or curve.
We just need a rough bearing. They'll probably have a fire or something at their camp that we can find. So I will try and figure it out.
Oh, it is nighttime when you emerge, by the way.
Okay.
So what do I need to roll?
Well, you have stars to navigate by, I suppose. You could so just do that 8. Be a difficult task.
10.
You're not quite sure You have a general idea, but not enough to, verifiably say yes, definitely this direction.
Is there higher ground anywhere?
It is possible to climb to what's left of the roof of the inn, maybe to get a bearing.
I'm
Trust
not really,
the rotten wood.
I'm not really built for that. Lem, why don't you go up and have a look?
Yep, will do. So I go up there, and I'm, with there being no roof, I'd imagine it'd be the second floor, and I'm just looking up at a clear, like through where a roof is supposed to be, and I'm looking up at the stars, and what do I need to roll to discern?
Well, I was about
which way we need to go.
Okay, well, let's hold down there, Sparky. All right, so first are you actually trying to climb onto the roof?
No, I figure if there's no roof, I would just go inside the inn and just go up some stairs.
Okay.
Or just go inside, unless the inn's one floor. I imagined it was 2 floors.
No, it's a 2-floor, but
Okay.
like I said, the wood is rotten. This place is old, and it's been exposed to elements. I need you to roll me a dex check as you ascend the stairs.
All right. And I got a 12. Awesome.
Yeah. Some of these steps will kind of cave through under your weight, but you will manage to keep your footing and not go through it. I'm
doing some weird flips going up. I'm doing up flips.
Yeah. It's a miracle you don't catch any splinters, but you'll manage to make it to the second floor, and you can clearly see through the hole in the roof.
Okay. I don't really have any traits or abilities that would help me discern astrology. Is there
land navigation or star navigation or anything, huh?
Yeah, nothing like that, really. So I'm just looking up at a cloud. Unless there's something else I can roll for that, I'm going to look up the clouds or the sky. I'm going to descend the stairs, and I'm going to go with Chikar, and I say, yeah, I have no idea.
Okay. There is one possibility. There's always a possibility that you could spot a landmark from your passage. So I'll let you roll. It's a 16, but
all right. Wait, you said 16 difficulty?
Yeah.
All right. Let me.
You have to score a 16.
And yeah, there ain't no chance of that. I only got a 9.
Okay.
So,
yeah, you're just not sure between the wasteland and the old buildings that have been destroyed in the nearby areas, plus the overgrowth of trees and the shifting of the terrain. You're just not sure. No sun makes it difficult to say. Also,
did the bandits attack our caravan on horseback?
Yes, they did.
Stable boy.
So,
hello? Yes, we would like to stable our horses. They're the nearest horses to this place.
It doesn't have any ability to sense horses.
It might, it's magic.
It is. It looks a little confused, kind of looks around.
At the encampment, not far from here. Near the caravan route.
Yeah, it doesn't really have the intelligence for that. Although it does decide that Philip is the horse and attempts to lead him into the stable.
Oh boy!
Whoa, no! I'm not a horse.
Come, girl.
That's exactly what a horse would say.
I mean, it's kind of comical as he grabs Philip by the front of his chainmail and come, girl, nice, good girl.
Can't even get the gender right either.
Yeah, leads
you might
you
get
over
some
to the
oats out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, the stable is equally ruined. There are some horse skeletons in there. He does fill a trough with some very moldy old grain. But the well water that he draws is apparently pretty fresh, as he puts it in the trough for you. That and the curry combing feels kind of nice on your chainmail.
Perhaps we should rest and come at this fresh in the morning.
Good idea. Hey, Shakar, do you have any more of that wine left?
I gave it back to you.
Oh, I gave it to Philip. What did he do with it?
Well, I drank it.
Ah, is there any of that left?
I think you already had your answer.
Oh, guess
there's
not. I was
About
just.
swigs worth left.
Yeah, I need a nightcap. Can you hand that to me? I need something to help me sleep.
If you can get this clay stableman to stop.
Yeah, once he
I'm just gonna
finishes
go to
curry combing you and rubbing you down, he'll go back out front.
Yeah, I'm
It's kind of pleasant. But
Not quite the massage girls of the capital, but pleasant enough.
you'll at least gain 1 hit point back for the humiliation. So
So build a
One
fire
doesn't
from the junk in the cellar, just a small one, to keep us warm. Still no
There's a
clothes.
fire- there's a fireplace down there. It's still
Oh,
serviceable.
that'll do then, provided it's not blocked.
Ah.
Is there any cloth that survives, even just sacks that we can fashion crude clothing out of?
Well,
Horse
I mean,
blankets?
you take a look in the stables. Most of the cloth is rotted. Grain sacks would be the best thing, except they're full of moldy grain.
Wait a second. There's an app for that.
Okay.
Okay. I will gather together as much mouldy old sackcloth that I can find. And horse blankets and anything else similar.
Oh, I know what you're gonna do. Okay.
Okay, then I reach into the magic satchel, pull out the Superior Alchemy of Form scroll, read the incantation, burn the scroll up, and pass my hands over the rotting cloth, repairing it, restoring it, and transmuting it into clothes for all of us. Clothes and sandals.
Perfect. Awesome. Yeah, that'll work. You have finally made clothes, magically made of sackcloth and horse blankets.
Yes.
Maybe a little bit itchy, but still.
Well, they've been transmuted,
Oh,
so I can make them better.
into different materials.
or into different materials, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I will don my saffron robe and my sandals.
That's a very creative use of that spell. I like that.
I wasn't quite sure about your style, but the sizes should work.
Oh. Lem doesn't care. He's just hugging it because he's glad to have clothes again.
And then I guess we rest. So I will also use the scroll of Wayshrine Sanctification, which means we are undisturbed for a full night's rest.
Oh, perfect. Well,
Oh, no night watch. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
everybody can regain 2 hit points.
Nice.
Lost any? Yeah, you guys will sleep well after your ordeal in the caverns below.
Actually, one other thing. Are there the tattered remnants of any saddlebags or?
I think that's fair to say. Probably even maybe some saddles.
Okay, then I will also use the Scroll of Exquisite Purification of Renewal to restore the saddlebags to their original quality, so we can carry them over our shoulders, and that'll just enable all of us to carry more stuff.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, they're nice and shiny and brand new looking.
So much better. Clothed. Things to carry. So much better.
You're probably sleeping on those saddlebags. Make a nice pillow. All right. Well, morning will dawn. It's misty out here. With the sun coming up. It's kind of nice to hear birds and things again after being underground.
I'll do my morning meditations and wait for the others to rise.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else doing anything?
I'm talking. Lem is kind of waking up, but he's talking in his sleep, going, "Oh, Melissa, such warm bed you have." And he's like, "Oh, wait, I'm on the ground. Must have been dreaming."
Yeah, you reach over, you reach over and stroke her hair and think about her and wake up with a particularly large squirrel in your arms that was huddled up for warmth.
On the plus side, he did get breakfast.
I did. Can I kill a squirrel?
Yes, I won't even make you roll for it.
Oh, good.
Just call it prey.
Yeah. It's exactly what happened. I got breakfast. I got breakfast.
You're
I'll share
cooking
some.
that.
All right. If I don't have to roll for it, I'm just gonna skin it and cook it and share pieces of it with Chikar and Philip.
Yeah, not a problem. Yeah, I won't make you roll for it.
Awesome.
Bit of greasy squirrel always tastes
A little
good.
nutty.
A fine
Tastes like
repast.
Yeah.
So, does the light of day reveal anything like smoke rising from a campfire not too far away, or anything that can guide us towards the bandits?
I'll have a check.
Maybe a path we could take.
I rolled 14 plus wisdom, I suspect.
Mhm.
So that will be 16.
Perfect. All right. Well, this is a roadside inn. You will find the remains of the old road. And in the distance, you do actually see a plume of smoke. And there are actually other plumes of smoke out there, other camps. There's obviously other people that live out in these wastes.
But I'm most concerned with the bandits.
Probably the closer of them is the one you
We can't leave them to prey upon other travellers. It is our duty to restore balance.
Yes. Restoring balance. I just want the asshole that tossed me down there.
Keep in mind, it was a pretty good group of bandits. They were big enough that they could take out your whole caravan.
But we have the element of surprise, and they must have taken some casualties.
Okay, as you wish. So, what is the game plan?
I say Lem scouts ahead, while myself and Flip, who are less stealthy, trail behind. Let Lem spy on their encampment and report back. And then the killing begins.
I have halfling stealth. Can I totally do that?
Oh yeah, once you get closer.
Okay, yeah, well, that's what I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna scout ahead, but I'm going to be sneaking in the forest all the way up there, so that way, in case they have a scouting party or people that would watch the encampment, I imagine they would. I am hiding while going through the brushes of the forest and using everything I can to, hide myself while I'm scouting out the encampment.
Okay, so instead of taking the trail, or I should say what used to be the road, you're actually going to be creeping through the brush.
Well, can I go through the brush perpendicular to the trail, or do I have to just take the trail openly?
I mean, I'm just saying it'd be easier,
Okay.
faster to travel by taking the trail, at least up to a certain point.
I'll take the trail.
All right. Well, let me see.
Like once I see something inside, I definitely want to hide.
All right. Well, let me check for encounters.
Okay.
Okay. What do we find? Yes, a Hell King appears. Game over. No.
Oh, Jesus. Well, no. Technically, I broke away from the party, so I'd be the only one dead.
Yeah, man,
Sorry,
I've seen
guys.
this before. To Trask.
There's no Tarrasque in this, fortunately. But
Well, while he's off scouting, I'm going to hoist my robes and have a piss against a tree.
okay.
I'll stand guard. That's what I know best.
All right.
God has
All right. So, as you travel along the road, you do hear the sound of a stream nearby.
Okay.
Nothing.
No. Oh, no. I'm still traveling along the road. I hear the stream, but it now does the sound of the stream goes towards the encampment of my goal, or does it veer off?
No, the stream appears to go parallel to the road.
Okay. Well, I'm not taking any drinks of water at the moment. I just want to get to my goal, so it's gonna walk up, use the road, just walking along that stream and that road there.
Okey-dokey. All right. So, heading perpendicular to the road. Yeah.
Okay.
As you continue down the road, you will see the.
Okay.
As you're heading down the road and you see the smoke, you can see in the distance a sentry who's posted alongside the road, one of the bandit sentries.
I quickly hide into the near. Is there bushes, or do I have to hide in the river?
There are bushes.
All right, I duck into the bushes.
Yeah, you're a halfling, so yeah, it's not hard to be stealthy when you're like 3 feet tall. So, and there's bushes. All right, so now what?
Is there any way I can sneak past the half? Not
Past
the
the guard?
halfling. I'm the halfling. Yeah, I'm gonna sneak past the guard because I need to get a better look. I mean, I know they got a sentry, that's great, but I need a better look at what their encampment looks like.
Well,
Can I get close enough? Can I get close enough to do it?
I think so. Just gotta roll me a check real quick. It's not a hard one.
All right. And I add my dex, correct?
Yes.
All right. And
You have any bonuses for being a halfling? Any traits?
So, well, I got 2 7s with my, so that's 14, 15 for my dex, and then I do have halfling stealth, and
Okay.
I got burglar. Burglar is at 2 points, and halfling stealth is at 1 point. I don't know.
Oh man,
how
yeah, you at this moment you could teach a ninja how to sneak. So yeah, using the brush, being as short as you are, it's easy to move up into view of the camp underneath the eyes of the sentries.
Yeah, I'm
But,
army
yeah.
crawling this stuff.
Yeah, you hear moans, which probably not of ecstasy, as
Oh,
you
boy.
approach the camp. You will see several bandit tents, along with horses, and many bandits celebrating their latest capture. There's booty everywhere. They did have a few captives from the caravan who are being roughly treated by several bandits at a time.
Do I recognize that?
Recognize what?
Do I recognize the other members from the caravan? Is that our caravan or a different caravan?
Yes, your caravan, since it was the most recently
Okay.
attacked. Yeah,
All right, so
women you
So
traveled
these-
with.
all right, so these are the bandits that took us. All right. I need to report this back to Shakar and Philip, so I'm gonna crawl back. Very carefully get past out of the range of the sentries and make sure
No
I'm
problem.
out of sight, out of mind.
I figured you were counting.
Oh yeah, I was counting.
Well, what are you two doing while the halfling is away?
Finishing
Standing
my
guard. Well,
long
best.
piss and then meditating and waiting for Lem to come back.
Okay, Philip.
Yep, stand guard. Just kind of what I know best. There's not much else I can do while he waits. Just kind of watch the road. Try to keep my head down.
Okay. So what do you do when you see a small group of show approaching on the road?
I go to nudge Chikar, like, there's someone coming.
Someone or something?
Over there. And I point in the direction of it. The show.
So, how many and what are they?
Yes, there are 6 show adorned with elaborate brands, tattoos, piercings, ear clippings, and ornaments and savage markings. They might have been mistaken for well-favored humans, except for their unusual skin colors, such as green and deep orange, and the stolen pieces of metalwork that they carry, and ornaments of bone, teeth, polished stones, and carved wood. These appear to be of the orc variety, built heavily, broad across the shoulders.
How many of them are there?
There are 6. Amongst them is a strikingly handsome orc female.
Yeah, handsome is the right word for orc women, I suppose. I say we keep out of sight. They look dangerous.
Well, they appear to be coming to investigate the fire coming from the inn.
I guess we should probably go inside and prepare for ambush just in case.
We could retreat back down into the cave system and wait back there a little bit. They might not bother to explore that far. Alright, yes, what you said.
Okay, so what's the plan?
Retreat back into the caves and wait in ambush, just in case.
Right, so
I like the idea.
right, so hiding back down into the caves. How long are you gonna wait?
Until they go away?
If you're hiding down there, it's kind of impossible to know how long they're there and how long they're gone.
Well, would there be any sort of bend in the passageways of the caves that we could kind of wait around the corner from?
Yeah, you could, but there's like I said, the caves go down into the cellar, so it's kind of like there's no way that you can see through the walls to see where they are.
But we can listen for them.
Yeah,
Orcs aren't notoriously quiet.
no, especially not when they're searching. Yeah, you wait down there what seems like an eternity. In the meantime, halfling.
I just got back. All right. Where am I? All right, so I'm sneaking through the rushes, just making sure I'm out of range of the sentry. I don't know anything about what's far ahead other than the road ahead back to Shikar and Philip.
Right, we're past that. So,
all right.
Yeah, you're on your way back to the inn. You're on your way back to the inn. And you can see there is a group of show who are picking around the inn. You see that they have destroyed the clay man out front.
Oh boy. All right. I'm going to drop back into the bushes again. And I'm going to go around. Like, is there a stream of bushes going around the inn? Like, is there? Because I'm trying to look for Shikar and Philip, which I don't know where they're at. I haven't spotted them.
Right. You don't know where they are?
Nope. But I want to try and get a closer look to try and find them, because make sure they're okay.
You have no idea where they're at. You can't see them.
Okay. Right. But can I search for them? Quietly.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're not in the surrounding brushes.
Okay.
You don't want to get too close to the stables of the inn because that's where the show
Right.
are looking.
Okay. Oh, they're dead. Crap. Yeah, that's his first thought is like, okay, they're dead. They're dead. Wait a minute. Where's their bodies? Okay, they're still gonna be somewhere around here. And so I'm just gonna stay quiet until the show
Hey, they've had gold on
disappear,
them.
or until the show either disappear or until someone makes an appearance.
All right. Well, it seems like a painfully long time before the show finally, decide to leave. They leave one scout behind.
I
The rest of
imagine
them move off.
the reason why they would leave one scout is because wouldn't our fire still be warm?
Oh yeah, they know somebody was here. They left one guy behind to keep an eye out if anybody returns. Figure.
All right.
So what are you gonna do?
From a distance, can I see if he has any small daggers on him? Anything, something small on him.
It's a show orc. You're pretty sure he's armed with something.
Right. It's just Lem is like, do I risk it? His idea is he was going to sneak up to the show and pickpocket him for any sharp objects.
Yeah, he doesn't really have pockets per se.
Oh crap! And then I'm not doing that. Is there? No, rock would be too risky.
You can try to lift a weapon off of him or something.
Yeah, I was gonna try and lift the weapon off, get back in the bush, and if he didn't notice me, I was gonna probably try and slit his throat. Was Lem's original idea, but he's being very cautious because if he's a halfling. This creature is bigger than him, and he doesn't know if Shakar and Philip's even in the area or if they left the area and abandoned the mission. Abandoned the goal.
Me.
Mind you, Lem is working with very limited information here.
That's the whole idea. All right, so roll your sneak check. It's a pretty easy one. I mean, yeah, he's on guard, but let's see, I'll roll my opposed.
I got 8 with my dex. That's 9, and then my sneak with halfling stealth. I got 1 point in, so
This
9 with halfling stealth and 1.
It doesn't matter. This guy's totally oblivious with a 3.
Oh, so what do I lift off him? Anything good? Anything I can use?
Well, he has a few knives, and he actually has a nice-looking short sword that was probably taken from somebody else. His primary weapon appears to be a two-handed spear.
I'm gonna take the knives.
All right. He's so oblivious. Yeah, you'll easily lift a knife off of him.
All right. What's the damage of the knife, if you don't mind me asking real quick?
It's a D4.
Okay. All right. And then I'm back in the bushes. Quietly.
Okay. Meantime, you two don't hear any more noises from where you're at. You gonna pop up out of hiding?
Yeah, and I look to Flip and say, I think he's gone.
Going up.
Yep.
Yeah. Two of you head up, and that's when you spot the lone show that was left behind a scout. He sees you. He's reaching for his war horn to signal the others, but you have initiative. Lem, you can also do something.
Okay. All right. Who wants to go first?
Oh, what the heck! I'll go with my my shiny club.
Okay, so you're gonna run over there with your big two-handed club.
Crack him over
All
the
right.
skull.
Alrighty, roll to hit.
18.
Oh God, yeah, you'll hit. Roll damage.
That'd be a 9.
Yeah, that's 2 points of damage. The great club crushes his skull down into his neck. So the crown of his head is actually kind of like sticking out of the top of his shoulders now, and that's about it. He shits himself and then kind of collapses into a crumpled heap.
Well, that was less terrifying than I thought it would be. Well done, Flip.
Did I get him?
I think so. Frisk.
All
To make
right.
sure he's not, I come out of hiding to meet Shakar and Philip, and then I slit his throat just to be sure.
Lem. Good to see you.
You slit his throat just to be sure.
I don't know
I
if
don't
I
think
can
there's
find
much
it.
throw left.
I think his throat is somewhere down around his sternum right now.
But just making sure. You never know with these things.
You're roboting pretty bad.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why the music was cutting out. Hang on a second.
So you got anything useful on him?
He probably does. Hang on a minute. Let me grab the table. I should have opened this because I wasn't actually expecting the party to make it out of the caves. I thought, oh, surely they'll explore the rest of the caves to find all the other good stuff in here. Because I left a lot of
Do I sound better?
tasty
Yeah,
stuff
much-
down there.
Okay.
Yeah, crawling around naked in caves, it's not appealing.
Fair enough. All right. Carry loot. Okay. I'm going to let the party do this because I always have more fun watching the party roll up their stuff. In addition to the fact that he is carrying a short sword, he was carrying a knife, now he's not, and a nice two-handed heavy spear. He is also carrying, roll 1d100 somebody.
Should I do it?
Sure.
Okay. D10s, which look annoyingly like D8s from a distance. 24.
24. Roll 3 die 8.
Okay.
And add them together.
19.
He has 19 gold worth of assorted coin.
Into the
And
bag it
we've-
goes.
And we've lost tabletop.
Yeah, probably his connection. There he goes.
Yep. Sorry about that.
Welcome
Right.
back. So just some coins. I will add it to the loot.
Other than that, he has some really nice ornamental piercings and other things, but I don't think you want any of those.
No.
He did have a war horn, though. Or a signal horn that he was going to blow to bring the other show.
That might be useful.
Lure the others to their deaths, or might be able to do something. Oh, do I tell them about the? Can I take this time to tell them about the encampment?
What
If
did
you
you
wish.
What did you
Okay.
find out?
Well, they do have sentries posted, just a little bit outside their town. And as I got closer to their encampment, I have found women that we traveled with, and maybe some other gender, male. I noticed the women though. Notice that they have women from our caravan are currently there, being practically tortured to death. So these are the I would very safely say that those were the bandits that did take us.
And how many of them were there?
T-shirt. How many did I count? You didn't tell me how many I counted.
Didn't ask.
No, I didn't.
There was at least 15 bandits there.
15 bandits. How many women?
What? You mean
Prisoners.
How many
captives?
Yeah, how many captives did I count? I would have counted them too.
Well, there was one that was definitely still alive because she was screaming.
Okay.
You're not sure about
How many-
others.
How many out of? Okay. Yeah, I relay that. Well, there was one at least from a caravan still alive out of the others that I saw, but there's 15 bandits.
Were they mostly gathered together? Were they spread out?
Well, they were spread out through. I would say they would be spread out through the encampment. They had sentries posted on the perimeter, just shortly outside, in case of any issues. They had a few tents, and it looks like there was one or two tending to the tending to the woman that was screaming, and not
The
in a good
horses.
way. And the horses.
What do you think, Flip?
We should
Clearly an
probably-
experienced warrior, so...
If not smart.
Well, we gotta save the captives. Let's take out any roaming sentries.
I think I might be able to handle that. Because if we do this, we don't want the sentries to warn anyone. They may have blowhorns, just like the show did, but I don't remember if I saw any. So
Well,
what we
were
could
they-
do is I could. What's up?
Were all those bandits show?
No, none of them were. They were all
I
humans.
think they were mentioned human. Yeah, they were all humans.
No,
Well, they got sentries posted for a reason.
it's
They have to be able
known.
to give a warning sign.
It's a known fact that the show absolutely hate humans, and very much will attack them on sight without any provocation, because they view humans as encroaching invaders who stole their land from them.
Okay, here's an idea. It's risky. I was going to let you go there, Philip.
What if you sneak up and blow the war horn by their encampment?
Okay, so Lim is going to say the same thing. It's like, I can sneak up and do this, and blow the warm encampment, because that's exactly what I was going to actually say.
I have a scroll that could
That's why I said-
disguise you as one of the sentries.
Ooh, okay.
So you could enter their encampment as one of their sentries after we eliminate that sentry. Go to the center of the encampment, sound the war horn, then the show might return. The two sides take care of each other a little bit, and then we move in to deal with whoever is left.
I see no downside to this.
Nope.
So then, we have a plan. Lem, lead us to this sentry and then kill him in whatever sneaky way you small people do.
All right. Well, I got my knife for a reason. All right, so I lead him to close, but not within range of the sentry, and then I duck into the bushes. And
Hand you the horn first.
Oh yeah, hand me the horn. Yep.
And
Aha.
let me DM first
Okay, sorry.
before you teleport back to the
My
spot.
bad. I'm sorry. Well, yeah, go ahead.
So, as you guys are using the road to approach, once again, just in case any of you guys wanted to investigate, you do hear a stream nearby, and the stream was, by the way, it was running by their encampment. I don't know if it's of any consequence to you, any use.
Is it-
just mentioning
Is
it?
it river or downriver?
You don't know. You haven't seen it. You just hear it.
Lim's biggest thing is revenge on the bandits. That's my.
I can't see that the stream would necessarily be of any use to us. Other than washing their blood off after we slaughtered them all.
Exactly. Gotta take a bath.
Bah, ignore it. Mind on the task.
Damn it. Okay. I never get to have any fun. Okay. Had something there. Okay. Yeah, you'll creep up to where the sentry is. Let's see. They've probably traded out sentries by now, so it's a different sentry.
Okay.
So just roll me a sneak check, because I figure you're gonna try to sneak up on him and then try to dry gulch him.
All right. Well, that's some crap. I got a 5, 6, and then I got a halfling stealth of 1 and burglar of 2. If that makes any difference.
It does, but you still have to roll. You could roll a 2. This guy might not be as oblivious as the show either.
Nope.
What did you get? Anyone? Bueller?
I didn't see what. Oh, yeah. I only got. I only got 5 and 1 with the 6. That's it. With my half.
Right, but you. Yeah. Your foot manages to kick a rock, and it kind of gets his attention. He doesn't immediately spot you or anything though, but he's definitely on higher alert now.
Okay, shit.
He's prodding the bushes with his spear.
I'm like trying to move. Just carefully move.
Okay, so
all right, roll you another stealth without alerting or something.
It's up to you. If you want to try to stay hidden.
Yeah, I want to try and stay hidden at the moment. I want to make sure he doesn't know that someone is nearby. And this time I get a 7 on the dice roll with my dexterity. It's an 8.
All right, you just managed to beat him.
Whew.
Yeah, he prods around the bushes a little bit.
Let him stop breathing for a moment.
Yeah. Kind of scratches his head, leans his spear up against a bush and undoes the flap on his pants and starts, taking a leak. Seems to be, content that you're not around. So what are you going to do?
All right. Well, I'm going to sneak attack him.
Oh, good.
I'm going to ambush him.
Well,
I'm going to ambush him. And according to the ambush, I get like a +4 bonus, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
And yeah, okay, so I'm gonna roll here. And then I'm supposed to roll my fray dice at some point. So what do I D20?
Yeah, D20 to hit.
Yep, D20 to hit, and I'm gonna slit his throat with well, I'm not gonna exactly I'm gonna try and kill him, but I'm not gonna try and aim. I'm just gonna do whatever. So here we go. I got 16.
Oh yeah, that'll easily hit a pissing man who's unaware.
All right, and my damage is a 2 on the dice roll.
Yeah, you will. You'll manage to recreate the classic Christopher Lee sound as you stab him in the back and cut the wind out of him. He doesn't make any sound as he falls and crumples.
And as he's falling, I'm going, shh, shh, it's okay, go to sleep, go to sleep. And then I tried to drag his body in the bushes.
Yeah, that. So, the two of you, have been waiting for Lem to come back, and you hear grunting and some other noises as you see the halfling try to drag this man through the bushes. Brush rattling and stuff.
Good job. Right. Now, take out the scroll and disguise Lem as the sentry.
Okay. I'm just curious, are you gonna go through the sentry stuff or anything?
I guess we can. Do that first, then.
Yep. He has a nice heavy spear. He's also carrying a really wicked-looking curved scimitar-type blade.
Ooh.
And if you roll me a D100, we'll see what he actually is carrying on him.
60.
He's carrying 3 die 4 gold pieces and a trinket.
Okay.
Get your gold, and then I'll pull up the trinket table.
So 8 gold pieces, which I will add to the stash, and a trinket. So what do I roll for that?
Roll a D100.
72.
Oh, interesting. A brass bas relief depicting a lifelike image of a person trapped inside of a gilded cage.
A fine thing for a bandit, but then they have been raiding trade caravans. Okay. Read the scroll. Alakazam.
All right. Ba-boom. Unless you're resisting, Lem, you are transformed into the semblance of this bandit.
All right. No, I'm not resisting.
Okay. Now what?
All right. Do I need to? I'm gonna put on his gear. I mean, to look like, or do I already look like him?
You already look like him. So, I mean,
Okay.
but you don't have
Alright.
a... You don't... Oh, no, you got your knife now, don't you? So you
Yes.
don't need to take his sword or anything.
No. I just need to just put on something, make sure that they don't figure out it's a disguise or something of some kind.
You should be fine so long as nobody touches
Okay.
you.
All right. So I'm gonna just casually walk, and I'm gonna do this unsuspiciously, so that way it fools them. I'm gonna just walk the road and go in, like, to the border of the bandit, like just to the entrance.
Walk up bold as you please.
Yeah.
And we'll move up to where the gap in the sentry structure is now.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Uh,
And
Well,
All
you
right.
walk in. You walk into camp. One of the other. You see that the woman that they were dealing with earlier appears to be dead. One of the other bandits looks over and is like, "Jakornik, what you doing? You're supposed to be on guard."
I smile at him, and my one and only thought before I do anything else is, "Oh, Shakar, Philip, don't let me die," and any god that is existing, and I blow the horn. I don't even answer him. I just blow that horn.
They all look at you, kind of puzzled.
Look at this.
What you doing? Yeah. Well, of course, everybody in the camp is, getting up and kind of looking over at you. What you doing? You crazy?
Well, I continue to blow the horn while giving them the middle finger.
You hear the sound of Chakar face palming even at this distance.
The bandits begin to draw weapons and advancing on you. You have initiative.
I'm running. I'm like,
Run,
well,
short
shit.
ass, run!
That's what I'm doing. I'm running as fast as I can.
All right.
I don't know what the odds are. Are there archers? So I'm going to say, as I'm running, I'm giving them the middle fingers.
T-shirt, the moment he hits the tree line, I'm going to dismiss the illusion, because they'll think there's a big man that they're chasing, and then he'll suddenly be back to however tall halflings are in this game.
Yeah, it's kind of comical because you see him race through the tree line. There's arrows, spears, harsh language like flying past him as he runs. I mean, he kind of he looks like Indiana Jones running away from the Tuggy in the second film. What are y'all two doing? Because you realize that the imminent arrival of the entire pack of bandits is.
What's Flip doing?
I'm ready to bolt.
Okay.
I figure let's run back for our the only piece of safety we have, which is this worn down cabin.
All the way back to the tavern.
I extract another scroll from the bag, and I don't follow Flip in retreat just yet. I'm waiting for Lem to reach us.
Okay, well, Lem will reach you pretty fast, and his little stumpy legs will take him.
Are they all sort of following in behind him in like a column, or?
It's probably easier just because it's a trail. Because otherwise
Okay.
they have to step through brush and stuff.
Are they keeping up with him?
Yeah, he's got short legs.
Okay. I move and stand behind one of the trees for cover, unfurl the scroll, and get ready to cast it at a moment's notice.
Okay, so you have initiative.
Okay, so I wait for Lem to run past me,
He does.
and then I move out from the tree, burn the scroll, and cast Golden Pick of the Miner directly in front of the oncoming column of bandits.
Oh,
It blasts a 10-foot tunnel of earth into the ground directly in front of them. It's an unorthodox use of the spell, but...
yes. You basically made a big giant hole in front of them.
Yeah, just... And if there were any constructs or buildings, they'd take 10d6 damage, but I'm just using it to blast the tunnel in the ground.
Oh my god.
As a pit.
Okay, this is gonna be... this is... Alright, okay, so here's what happens. The hole opens up. A small group of the bandits will fall in. The rest of them will stop. You hear sounds of screams and other things coming from below. And suddenly, climbing out of this brand new pit is a blood-covered, skeletonized with scraps of skin and things hanging off of it, reanimated corpse of a chimera.
Well, bonus.
Of course.
Right, and then I hitch up my robes and have it away on my toes after Lem.
The I figure you're right over the cave system you were in, and that was one of
That's what I
the
thought you were
rooms.
describing.
That was one of the rooms that you hadn't gone into that had a big skeletal chimera. So yeah, the bandits are left to deal with a skeletal chimera. In the meantime, the brush comes alive as show warriors seem to materialize out of thin air, almost. Ascending,
crap.
or I should say descending on the camp as fast as they can. I figure you guys are probably just gonna hide and try to, put some distance between you and this, or are you actually gonna try to be, crazy enough to sit and watch, or?
I think follow Flip to hide in the cave system entrance and wait for it all to blow over.
You're hanging in the Winchester, waiting for it all to blow over.
Yes.
I ran past him. So I imagine I'm somewhere in a bush, just sitting there going, "Oh God, oh God, oh God," ready to get out by myself.
Yeah.
Because I ran pretty fast, dude, for halfling. I was like, "No!"
The screams of the bandits last well on into the night.
Oh,
as the show not only take captives but decide to treat them the same way that they treated their own captives.
Oh, look, the problem solved. It worked itself out.
Funny how that
Still.
happens.
Revenge. It smells so sweet.
Hopefully the bandits gave a good account of themselves, because we should still go back to the camp.
Wouldn't the show have maybe burned it by now?
Maybe.
One thing about the show, they don't farm, they raid.
Or we can just quit while we're ahead and follow the road to the next settlement, wherever we were headed in the first place.
Yeah, I like that idea. Lem's like, "Yep, let's do that. We got our revenge either way."
Good enough for me.
I was hugging a tree all night anyway, so it was terrible. I didn't get good sleep.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much to impress me.
Hearing the blood, hearing the blood-curdling screams of those men, but they got what they deserved.
I'm kind of curious what's down that pit I created, though, since a monster came out.
Obviously, it was just all the big monsters.
But where there's monsters, there's usually something the monsters were protecting.
I'll leave it up to the party.
How long was that rope that Philip got earlier in the adventure?
With the little one that he got off of the orc.
Yeah.
Well, it's about 20, 25 feet of rope.
Okay, yeah, no, screw that.
Can we also get a second rope, though?
Yes,
Yeah.
you have a second rope that is apparently magical.
The snakeskin one.
Guess we could risk it tying them both together. How long was the snakeskin one?
Well, it didn't seem that long at first, but
Maybe it's a bungee rope.
It's very I'm not all about putting myself in danger here, but I am about looting. So if there's anything down there of value, you guys could tie the rope to me, lower me down by my feet. I can grab it. You pull me back up.
So I guess we wait overnight in the cave. Maybe go back and get some more fish or something to eat and some clean water to drink, and then we'll go and explore the pit in the morning.
fair enough.
Sound good?
Yeah, I need better sleep.
You just get used to leaving this rope attached to you because, we keep putting it back on.
Well, what do you have when you got two regular sized people and a halfling? What do you do with halfling?
Turn him into a living yo-yo by tying a rope around it.
Yep, there you go. See, you get it.
So what do we see when we investigate?
Well, approaching the place, I mean, obviously the bandit camp is pretty much razed. There are no surviving captives, either from your caravan or from the bandit camp. Although there are really interesting ornaments scattered around now that used to be parts of bandits. Notably, a lot of flayed skins hanging up on stands as a warning to everyone else, not to go this way.
I imagine there's no loot left, is there?
Not really. Anything that was valuable the show took, including the horses. But, I mean, if it's any consolation, there is a clean river that's running by the camp that we're using to water the horses and feed themselves with.
Okay. And what about that hole down to where the undead manticore was?
Well, there's a dead skeletonized chimera not too far from that hole.
Sorry,
but there's
chimera,
also
not manticore.
Yeah, there's also a lot of dead bandits and a couple of dead show around it as well.
Well, I'm glad we didn't have to fight that. So, what's the plan here? Lower Lem down to see what's down there?
Yeah, scout out.
Yeah.
All right. I tied to my feet and I began going down head first, but hopefully you guys will catch me enough to slow me down.
Just a bit Mission Impossible, and you are the same height as Tom Cruise, so it makes sense.
All right, how far do we go down?
You'll enter a very large chamber with four other exits from the place. It's dark and cold. There's bones all over the ground, clean bones, almost bleached white.
Anything of value?
You see an empty drinking flask in one corner and some tiny mushrooms spread all over the place, as well as what it was guarding, which appears to be, a few things.
Okay.
All right, you ready to break your
Do I
handwriting?
know? Yeah. What do I see and what can I pick up?
Well, there's quite a bit of things here. Probably more than you can pick up without the bottomless sack.
Okay. Well, just lay it on me.
Well, we can pull him back up, give him the bag, send him back down. It's all good.
Have him gather everything.
Yeah.
There we go.
Like one of those
All right, I got the
claw
bag.
machines.
That's exactly what we're doing here.
Yeah.
All right.
You recognize that actually down here, this is the same cave network that you were in previously, that you spent the night in, that you spent most of the day yesterday in. It's all connected.
Okay. Oh, okay.
It's all connected, man.
All right.
There. Yeah.
I got the bag.
Okay.
I guess.
So there's about. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll write it then.
Okay.
There's about 400 in assorted coin.
Mm-hmm.
There are 2 art objects.
We shall roll those in a sec, I guess. Mm-hmm.
There's a silver ewer.
Mm-hmm.
A pair of engraved bone dice.
Ooh.
Yep.
2 small mirror sets in a painted wooden frame.
Yep.
Strangely, an embroidered silk handkerchief that somehow survived.
Might be magic. Okay.
A gold locket with a painted portrait.
Mm-hmm.
A general's red mask, which is magic.
Okay.
There are also 5 potions of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
A chrysioprase, translucent green gem.
Yep.
And a scroll case with 2 scrolls in it.
Okay. Is that everything?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the art objects. What do we roll?
Let me see. D100.
42.
42. A very ancient and ornate bronze oil lamp.
Okay. And 68.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
A hand-sized ball of parchment tied up with string.
Okay. Seems a weird thing to find. Can I identify the potions and the scrolls?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The potions are all potions of healing.
Okay. And the scrolls?
One is tireless horse of long travel.
That's what I call my penis.
Yes.
And the other one?
Victorious general's shout.
Okay. Yeah, so lots of cool loot. Any idea what this ball of parchment is?
I don't know. What are you gonna do with it?
I pull the string.
Okay. Well, the string unravels to reveal some more packaging of a sort.
Okay.
It's basically like layers and layers of kind of waxed paper packaging and string, and in the center of it is a sizable amount of black lotus powder.
Do I know anything about black lotus powder?
It is a drug.
Okay, is it a good drug? Or is it a bad drug? What does it do?
It's a gets you very, very high drug, euphoria, stanches the pain of wounds, and is highly addictive.
Okay, I will wrap that back up.
It's probably worth a good amount of money back in the capital city.
Oh, you'd have to be some kind of deeply unscrupulous person to sell that.
Yes, you would. The red mask is a magic item, which is the general's red mask.
Mm-hmm.
It has the face of an ogre, and once per day the wearer can send forth a wave of panic that forms a 60-foot cone, and all foes in that area must immediately check morale, and on failure they will flee, and even those who succeed are temporarily frozen in horror and unable to act for 1 round. Heroes and creatures with a morale score of 12 are immune.
I could see using that.
Yeah, sounds like a U item.
What was that scimitar from earlier?
It's just an ordinary scimitar, as far as you can tell.
What would it for dice damage?
Let's see. It's a one-handed weapon, so it's a D8.
I think I'll be using that instead. Drop the club. Well, actually, no. We'll put that in in with all the other goods.
Actually, it's a scimitar. It's a light weapon, so it's only a D6 damage. However, it can use the better of strength or dexterity,
which is 10.
Either way. So okay.
Come see, come sir.
Of course, you'd always give it to the halfling.
I don't use swords.
Oh,
He's
I
content to
take my daggers.
He's content to hurl rocks
kick rocks.
and show off his penis.
Well, it does say that thieves can use any weapon. So their
Does it
weapons
say that?
damaged. Yes, thieves can use any weapon and can wear leather armor, but cannot use shields. It does say that
Actually-
they are.
Actually, it says I'm limited to 1d8 damage only. Like I can't exceed that. So, but you said this was a d6.
Yeah, it's a D6 weapon.
I'll take
the
some.
club instead.
It also says that their damage dice is limited to a D8. It says, thus, a two-handed sword snatched up by a desperate thief only does a D8 damage. So,
Oh, okay. I thought that means I just couldn't use it. It just means I can't use it to its full
yeah,
potential. Got it.
got to read your
Okay.
class.
That was my misunderstanding.
All right.
I did. I just misunderstood the class.
What level is this tireless horse scroll? Like, does it conveniently allow me to summon 3 steeds?
Well, all scrolls are cast at the minimum level
Okay.
of the spell being able to be cast.
Fair
So.
enough. Then we're in for a long trek to the next town. And I had better go and eat something, actually.
It's a good stopping place anyway. So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, everybody gets 1 XP, which you only need 2 to
Yay.
level up. So that's actually not bad. I hope you enjoyed.
I did.
It's fun.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. I don't know if you want to continue next week or not, but
Yeah.
leave
It's
it open.
up to everybody else. Just let me know what's going on.
It will
We all
depend.
Play.
it will depend.
I'm tentatively wanting to run my first sort of play everything project game next Friday. So
Ooh, I'd like to get.
we'll see.
involved in
We'll
that.
see how that goes.
All right. Well,
I will
thank you
post
for
something tomorrow about it, or later tonight.
Okay. Well, thanks for
Okay.
gaming with me, and like I said,
Thank you very much for running the game.
no problem. I'm glad you got to play because you never get to play.
I'm sorry we missed most of your cavern.
Oh, that's all right.
At least you got to reuse the chimera.
Yeah, I had to think of something funny for that, so I just said, Yeah, why not? There's a chance it could be.
Right, I'm going to go and get something to eat before my stomach eats the rest of me.
All right.
Thanks again, and great playing with you guys. See you soon.
Yep. Later,
Take care, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. And Joe, well, if we do it again, yeah, we could probably include another one in there. So, till next week, or whenever we re-engage. Thanks for hanging out with us.